I'm very glad we have him on. And I think we might just be ready for our next run. So I'm going to wait until I get the official confirmation, but it's looking like we're rolling into it. Ah, so exciting. Fantastic. I just got confirmation that yes, we do have our next run ready. This is going to be Kingdom Hearts Final Mix, all worlds on beginner difficulty from Zojalyx. Let's get started.
Hello everybody, my name is Zojalyx, and we're running, Kingdom Hearts Final Mix All Worlds Beginner. This is my personal favorite category in the game. It is absolutely incredible. It's gonna be quite different than what you're used to from an any% run. Any%, obviously, we don't do all of the worlds, and in All Worlds, we will be doing all of the worlds. So you will see some things that you won't normally see in an any% run, like most Kingdom Hearts runs will have. But we're going to jump right into it right away. We're going to be playing on beginner because that is the fastest difficulty and also the category that we're running. Because actually, running on standard and proud are very, very different runs. And so I'm playing on beginner because those are the strats that I know. And without further ado, as soon as we are ready on timer, I will get us started and we will be jumping right into this run as quickly as possible. Alrighty, so we got the go ahead. We're gonna get started here in 3, 2, 1, go.
I am so excited for this one.
I love this.
Been looking forward to it for like the whole marathon.
Love it. All right, so immediately we have a 3.5-minute unskippable cutscene. Just kidding. Shout outs to the PC port of the Kingdom Hearts Final Mix. If you're running on the PS4 or PS5 port, the game has a 3.5-minute unskippable cutscene that you have to get through in the run. But thanks to the PC port, we don't have to worry about it. Don't worry about Sora's outfit changing in and out of the cutscenes. I use visual mods just for funsies. It doesn't affect anything other than just have some goofy outfit changes in some of these cutscenes. So starting off here, we're making some very important decisions. We're choosing the power of the Mystic and getting rid of the power of the Guardian. That actually does a number of different things that are very relevant to the run. We are specifically choosing the power of the Mystic because it gives us 1 extra magic point, as well as it helps to determine our level up path. And then we are getting rid of the power of the Guardian because we were playing on beginner, so we don't need to worry about anything in the terms of defense. We can just go and try and be as strong as possible. There are a few categories where we would worry about defense. This one we don't. So I'll explain more about why the extra magic point is going to be more important as we get later on in the run, because there are going to be a lot of different things that we are going to be talking about throughout this run, and all of the different movements that we have to make in order to go as fast as possible. But right now, what we are starting off with is just a pretty simple tutorial world, just the game kind of explaining, hey, did you know that you can push large crates? And we're like, oh, great, cool. And then you're like, hey, there's barrels that you can pick up. That's great, but we're speedrunners, so we obviously don't care too much about the things that... We already know the things that we can and can't do, so we're just gonna blaze on through it. Next up, if you've played Final Fantasy, but you are not a Kingdom Hearts knower, we're going to say hi to Selphie, Titus, and Waka. They're going to ask us these very, very important questions. What is most important to us? What are we afraid of? And what do we want out of life? Being number 1 is important. We are afraid of getting old and we want to see rare sights. We pick these not just because they're the top option, but actually because this right here, where it says your adventure begins at dawn, that actually determines when we will be gaining the most EXP throughout the run. In this category, we choose dawn because that means that the earlier parts of the game is when we are going to be getting the most amount of EXP. In other categories, you actually will be choosing other routes, but since we are not doing those other categories, those are not what we will be picking. That shadow kind of got a little spooky. So we're running over here onto Sleeping Beauty's dress, and we're just going to hit this save point because that's part of the tutorial, and we want to just continue to move on. So one of the joys is when this game first came out, there was not a beginner mode. There was normal and there was expert. But the game just took normal or standard mode and then gave you 8 power-ups and 8 defense ups. And that's what makes this game beginner mode. It also gives you 4 AP ups, but those AP ups are not useful, so we will not be using them. In fact, they will be a mystery item that we will be selling later. So now that we have equipped our strength ups and defense ups, we can go into our first boss fight here, which is the Dark Side. Dark Side's pretty simple. He's going to punch into the ground, and then we're just going to be using air combos to take him out. Throughout this run, as much as possible, we're going to be wanting to use air combos, because air combos are much, much faster. And so we use the air combos, and then we're going to get rid of this potion that we have, because it is just going to be clogging up our inventory space. And we want to make sure that we have as efficient of inventory space as possible. So we are finishing up that part of the tutorial, but the tutorial is not all said and done. We are going to be moving now into Destiny Islands, which actually, I guess the tutorial technically is done, because you don't have any, like, tutorial things. But we're going to be doing every RPG's favorite thing ever, which is a fetch quest. So there are a few things, obviously, that I talked about before where I use visual mods. Part of that is just because I really like the look of the Dream Drop Distance outfit and the HUD in this game, and was actually kind of surprised as to how much I enjoyed it. And so I have that. Another thing that I'm also using for a mod is I am using a mod for the Japanese voices. Even though I am playing on the English version, I use the Japanese voices because after hundreds of hours of listening to Sora in English, I kind of got sick of it. And so I switched to Japanese using the power of mods. If I was on Steam, I think I could just switch it right away. I don't know. I don't own the Steam version of this game. I actually play on Epic because I got this as soon as it dropped on PC. But anyways, we're going to be starting off here by grabbing a few different materials to get ourselves ready to leave on the raft. This is Kairi, our resident waifu. She's kind of the collector of all the materials. We're just going to be going through and getting all the things that we need for our trip. On the first day, that is going to be just materials to build our raft. On the second day, we will be gathering food, because it is very important that if you are going to be exploring the world on a tiny little raft, that you have food for your journey. We're not going to talk about the practicality of what these kids were planning, but either way, the raft that they do make is quite impressive. But for food, we are going to be picking up 3 fish, 3 mushrooms, 1 seagull egg, and 2 coconuts. And all of our fish, big shocker, are found in the ocean. And now we're going to go into this secret cave here, where we're going to go find our first mushroom. This is just a little kind of cool secret place that Sora and Kairi kind of hang out. They like to draw on the walls with rocks. I don't know if anybody else ever drew on rocks with rocks, but I totally did as a kid. I was terrible at it. I
totally did that as a kid.
I was terrible with it.
No, I totally did.
You know, oh my goodness, they drew Donald. I never knew that they drew Donald Duck on the walls. I've never actually taken time to look at them. That's cool. Just noticed that for the first time today. Nice. All right.
Never happened before. Seeing Donald Duck.
Perfect.
Wait.
All right, so now that we have our mushrooms, we're going to jump up onto this tree here and take this seagull egg. I don't know if seagull eggs are actually that big, but if they are, can somebody please tell me? We're going to be now going over into the cove, the secondary area, and we're going to talk to Riku here, because Riku wants to talk about our raft name. We want to name it Excalibur. Riku wants to name it Highwind. So what do we decide to do with it? We decide we're going to race for it. And they're just going to do this quick little overview of the track. We're going to be running over to that very conveniently star-shaped tree, and then we are going to touch it and run back. And as a child, I don't think I could ever have won in this race. As a speedrunner, if I don't win in this race, I'm derusting. So we're just going to climb up onto this ladder here. We're going to take this zip line. Maybe, if the game lets us. There we go. And then we have to do some... This platforming can actually be kind of difficult. I'm going to kind of not mess up here. We're going to jump into the tree here, because the hitboxes can be a little on the funky side. I just
love Sora's jump stance.
I know, the way he just...
cracks me up every time.
It's so good. It's so good.
Look at that boy go.
It would be great when we get high jump, because if you do a short hop with a high jump, he starts to do a front flip and then decides to give up on it because he's not jumping high enough for it. And it's really funny.
That's awesome.
All right, so we win, we celebrate, and then Riku's all like, bro, lighten up, it's just a name. And we're like, okay, whatever, you sore loser. So now we have to go and collect the rest of our food for our trip. We're going to push this rock, grab our next mushroom, and then we're going to go grab the coconuts. I'm hoping that RNG will be our friend. So, ooh, that's beautiful. Nice, that's really good. So for some reason, the yellow coconuts are the good coconuts. I'm not going to question it.
Oh.
And now Kairi is telling us to go get all of the things that we've already grabbed, and then she's going to give us an empty bottle that she wants us to go fill up with water that's not from the ocean. Which makes sense, except for the fact that we're going to come fill it up with the part that pours into the ocean, because that's healthy water to drink. I don't know why, but that's drinking water.
Clearly.
We're going to grab our third mushroom. We're going to run down here and talk to Kairi again. She's now spent the last 20 seconds making this necklace. Pay attention to this necklace. It might be important later. It might not be. You'll honestly have no idea because we skip all the cutscenes. And now we're going to go home for the night, and then we are going to get ourselves...
Even if we did see the cutscenes, I'm not sure I would know.
I mean, okay, so in the PS2 version of Kingdom Hearts, the cutscenes are unskippable, and it makes the run about 5 hours and 10 minutes at an optimized level.
Well, that's horrible.
And yeah, it's rough. That's any percent even. But that, like, with the time that you see that necklace and the time it actually becomes relevant, you'll even forget about that it was in the island. So I don't expect you to actually remember. So there's now this giant ball of darkness above our island because Kingdom Hearts. We're gonna go and try and find our friends. Oh look, here's Riku. We better make sure he's okay because we're trying to save our raft. That's the whole point of being here. Also this Keyblade just randomly appeared in our hands. It's fine. We know it's a Keyblade because text appears on the screen in the cutscene and tells us Keyblade. So we have a Keyblade. There's a door in front of our secret place. Again, I don't know why, but it's a thing because Kingdom Hearts. And then we're going to go talk to Kairi here. She's going to disappear inside of us, but we won't worry about that for now. And now we're going to fight our next boss, another Darkside. Our island is currently being completely consumed by darkness, and we are just going to air combo this Darkside to finish off this fight quickly. And now that we have finished that fight off, we are going to be moving into the next world, Traverse Town. This is all part of the wonderful joys of plot development as the world sets up. There's Goofy. Everybody say hi to Goofy. He's a good little guy.
Hey, Goofy.
And
speaking of goofies, we are benefiting Go Rescue Pet Adoption Center. Just wanted to mention that to everybody, which is a pet shelter in Virginia that helps dogs get to their forever homes. So all of your donations go to a great cause.
That's incredible. As a recent dog owner for the first time, that means a lot. My dog is currently sitting next to me looking out the window, and I love him so much.
Oh, sweet.
So now there are these things again that came into our island. We're not going to we are going to take out 5 of them because that's what advances the plot for some reason. That's still something I don't understand. Now we're going to run backwards, again, because plot. We go into the accessory shop here, and we are going to now say hi to Sid from Final Fantasy. He's in a lot of Final Fantasy games from what I've heard, but I honestly don't know which ones he's in, because I've only played 7 Remake, and I've started Crisis Core Reunion, but I haven't finished it yet. So we're going to leave the accessory shop, and here's going to be Leon, or Squall, from Final Fantasy VIII. He's going to try and steal our Keyblade. And we don't want to do that, so we're going to do what we always do when we are fighting enemies, and that is air combo. If you ever see any points where my air combos kind of awkwardly drop, that happens because one of the things that we are going to be doing a lot of in this run is timing our air combos. Even though it will be looking like I am just kind of mashing, I have to time each input very particularly in order to make my air combos as efficient as possible. And so it requires a lot more thinking during every single boss fight than you would be used to. So after we beat Squall, we passed out. Because I think the game expects you to lose to him, but because we're speedrunners, we can just kind of destroy him pretty quickly. We're going to talk to Yuffie here and open up this chest to get an elixir. And now we're going to talk to Leon and tell him that we're ready to fight for our life. Conveniently, we'll get attacked by Heartless right after that. And we are now going to take out a few of these Soldier Heartless that we now have I don't want to say access to, but are now spawning because, you know, the game needs to continue to develop more. We're taking out 3 of them because as we get into this next fight that we're coming up into here, they will be utilized to give us a level up, which will give us a strength upgrade as we get ready to our next boss. So it is very, very important that we have the EXP routing as efficiently as possible, so that way our stuff works properly and we're able to get the strength upgrades where we need them. And we're getting one guy who's trying to escape here. Nice job, Donald. There's our strength upgrade, and now we're going to take out this boss, Guard Armor. Guard Armor is an interesting fight because he operates where all 4 limbs have their own hitboxes. And so in order to defeat him, we actually have to take out every single one of his limbs. And then once we take out his limbs, then... Oh, he broke apart. And okay, there we go. We're fine. Once we take out all of his limbs, then he breaks over, does this little flippity flip, and then we can start doing damage to him again. And now we take him out very quickly because we're on beginner mode, and those strength ups and AP ups make us very strong in the early game.
Very nice.
And now that we have done that, we have now officially set up for all of the plot in this game. We have now Donald and Goofy are going to be joining us on our journey as we go and try and not only find our friends Riku and Kairi, but we will also be finding King Mickey for Donald and Goofy because they are looking for King Mickey and we want to go help them out. Aerith and Yuffie and Leon are going to be giving us some stuff to help us out. They're giving us 500 money, and Leon, if you beat Leon, he gives you an elixir. If you don't beat Leon, he doesn't give you anything. So beating him is actually very, very important. In Proud and level 1, we don't beat him because it's just significantly faster, and the elixir doesn't, like, we have other elixirs that we routed in for it, but for beginner, it's so much slower to lose to him than it is to beat him, so we just take the win and take the elixir. So now we are going to do our first menu. We're going to take Goofy's ether. He is going to donate it. We're going to equip our Brave Warrior that we got from the Guard Armor, and then we're going to equip Dodge Roll. Dodge Roll is going to be our primary form of movement. It's going to be very, very helpful to get to places that we wouldn't normally be going. Now, one of the big fun things about this game in terms of language differences is if you are playing on the English version, you have access to this trick called Trinity Clip, which is if you come over to this Trinity as your first Trinity, your friends are going to get confused, and then if you just hold forward, you'll clip through the fence. And the reason why this is really, really nice is this will actually skip a whole lot of backtracking we will have to do later on. We're going to pivot over here.
Yeah, wow, that's really nice.
Yeah, it's super nice. We're pivoting back there and grabbing one chest where we get 3 of the Dalmatians for the 101 Dalmatians. Because one of the things that we absolutely need to do in this run is we need to save enough puppies because they will give us a torn page to be able to finish off 100 Acre Wood. So it is very important that we do have enough puppies to be able to access 100 Acre Wood. So we're now talking about sealing keyholes and things, which we have never done before, but because we are doing this all completely out of sequence, we don't have to worry about it now. And we are jumping into the water because it's faster than swimming right away, and Sora just really gets really excited about swimming, so he likes to do cannonballs. And so now we're going to go to make one more final stop here in Traverse Town before we then head out to our first real world of the game, and that is we're going to go see Merlin from Disney's Sword in the Stone, and he is going to tell us all about how he's going to help us, and then we're going to leave. In the meantime, if you guys are thinking about that bid war for which Lord of the Rings movie do you like to watch, the correct answer is yes. But if you absolutely have to pick between all three of them, my personal pick is the Two Towers, which is movie number 2. I don't know.
I will say that the options for that bid war, there is one which is no ... which seems like a no, but maybe in the future. Yes, theatrical cuts, and yes, extended editions. And right now, yes, extended editions is in the lead by $20. So chat, if you are a fan of the theatrical cuts, or you just want to be ignorant about Lord of the Rings, you've got an opportunity to donate towards that bid war. But also, there is a bonus songs incentive open right now that only has $15 left on that incentive for a run tomorrow morning of a Rhythm Sprout. That is a rhythm game that Illegally Sam is going to run. And I really want to see those 5 bonus songs. That's only $15, chat. Can we get a $5 train going?
Yo, I'd love a $5 train. Let's get some $5 train love for the extended edition. If you guys are saying the theatrical versions for Lord of the Rings as well, you haven't watched the extended editions. That's all I'm going to say.
Are you with or against our runner, chat? It's your choice.
That's very important. All right, so now that we've met Merlin and the fairy godmother, we're going to leave, and we're going to build a gummy ship. And the reason why I say we're going to build one is because the game has a design here for us. It looks really cool, but Sora is, in fact, a minimalist. So we're just going to get rid of the entire ship, and we're going to give it nothing but a cockpit, an engine, and a gun. So now we have everything that we need to legally be able to fly a gummy ship. And we're...
You know what? I would believe an 11-year-old or so would do this. Yeah. I'd believe it.
He's actually 14. But still.
Oh my god, really?
Yeah, he's 14.
Well, good to know. I thought after my siblings' 300 plus PowerPoint presentation on the lore of Kingdom Hearts, real thing, by the way, that I would remember that. I don't.
That is incredible.
That's something I sat through for hours one day. It was great. I had a wonderful time.
That is incredible. So we actually aren't we're deleting the parts of the gummy ship because it does actually make it go faster. So it does actually make a point into the routing. And one of the things that that is kind of one of the interesting difference between the current state of Kingdom Hearts 1 and Kingdom Hearts 2 speedrunning is we made a Lewis script for the PC version of Kingdom Hearts 2 that skips the gummy missions. And a lot of people have been wondering, not a lot of people, but there was some inquiry about doing a gummy skip mod for this game. But since the gummy ships are significantly less of auto-scrollers than what you would be expecting them to normally be, that is the whole reason why we actually don't have it, because they make a huge play into the routing, whereas for Kingdom Hearts 2, they are just nothing but auto-scrollers.
That makes sense.
And so we're a lot more keen to just get rid of them. Plus, if you're running the Plat Trophy of this run, then these auto-scrollers become significantly more interesting. Which is a category.
Auto-scroller is interesting.
I know, right?
I'm only interested in auto-scrollers when I've got donations to read through them. So come on, chat. I want to see those donations towards the LOTR bid war or towards that Rhythm Sprout incentive. Can we get our evening crowd to meet that incentive for tomorrow morning so that the runner can wake up with their incentive met? That sounds really awesome to me.
That would be amazing. Let's do it. Also, here's Wonderland. There's a random unskippable cutscene of the rabbit running through the door. We used to be able to skip it on every other version except the PC one, but apparently on this version, we can't. Funky thing, but that's okay. So we're going to drink the shrinking potion because we're in Wonderland for Alice in Wonderland. So things get a little weird in Wonderland. We're going to say hi to the Queen of Hearts. Currently, Alice is being under scrutiny, suspicion, and accusation of attempting to steal the Queen of Hearts' heart. And we have to prove her innocence. So once we meet the Cheshire Cat and he tells us all about the evidence boxes, and he will apparently say that he has all the answers but doesn't actually always tell them. So sometimes he's helpful, he's not really helpful. But, you know, there's 4 evidence boxes that we should get. We're actually only going to get one of them because that is how much we care about the innocence of Alice. No, actually, we only need one in order to progress. So we're just going to grab one. I accidentally spawned some Heartless here, but that's no big deal. I'm gonna grab
this is adding to my Sora as a minimalist lore, and I really like this.
Yes, absolutely. So we're going to take out...
With his outfit, too, it's a little hard to believe.
I know, right? we're gonna jump over onto this tree here and rescue some more puppies. Because again, very, very important. Not just because we need the torn page, but I mean, we're raising money to rescue puppies. So like, why not rescue the puppies in the run?
Exactly, that's what we're doing here. Exactly.
So as we now talk to the guard,
art imitates life.
I'm going to open up the journal here, and this is going to activate a glitch that you will see here once these text boxes show up. We only get, oh, by the way, we only get to pick one box to decide whether or not Alice is innocent. So we better make sure that we choose correctly. I'm pretty sure it's this one. We will find out. Perfect. All right, and the text boxes we have are a mysterious painting. The painting changed. The tea party has been ruined. Those who helped clean up will receive a reward. So this is a glitch called Stench Glitch, which is where if you open the journal and close it right before you start that conversation, the text boxes just kind of break and they actually go much faster for that scene. But they're also just really funny to read them off. So you'll see here, they even sometimes just like clip out of the text boxes, but that's how fast they can go when you have Stench Glitch active. Very, very nice, small little time save over the Japanese version. Because normally the Japanese, well, actually not, yeah, the Japanese version is faster to run than the English version purely because of the text boxes. There's enough text boxes in this game that the Japanese version becomes faster. I do not have the confidence nor the money to get a Japanese version and be able to memorize certain things to be able to know how I'm menuing in Japanese. So I'm currently running on the English version, and I don't know if I will ever change that, and I'm kind of like okay with that because, you know, I love speedrunning this game. It's super fun, but I don't have much desire to be the world record holder in this game, so I'm just gonna run the game the way I want to. So here we are. We're gonna turn on these lamps here.
That's awesome.
This is going to give us access to the boss fight in this room. I'm gonna do some very specific movement here to prevent Heartless from spawning. Because you'll see down in the bottom left corner, my command menu. When that command menu is red, I cannot interact with certain things. You can't open chests, you can't use trinities, and you can't, like, interact with, like, that door latch there. But by doing some specific movement, it delays the spawns of the Heartless and allows me to interact with the door significantly earlier. And now, here's Trickmaster. We're going to immediately fall off the table, because that's what we like to do. And now that we are actually doing what we need to do, we are going to do some air combos here to try and keep him stunned. When he is stunned, he is on the ground, and we are able to do finishers. Otherwise, when he is up, we are not able to do finishers, so we don't go for them. But we do a little bit more damage, and we can take him out and have a very, very nice fight indeed.
Nice.
And so now the doorknob is going to spit out a gummy block. Because, yep, I still don't quite understand why the doorknob has the keyhole inside of his mouth, which is if the Heartless go into the keyhole, the world gets consumed by darkness. But the doorknob has it in his mouth.
That follows.
And so the doorknob just eats a Heartless, and I guess the world gets consumed by darkness. I'm really glad that the doorknob doesn't have Heartless in his diet. So we're going to move on to the next world, Deep Jungle. We're going to take another gummy mission, and with that, I will turn it over to you, Satan, so I can get a drink, and you guys can talk about how great this marathon is.
Oh, absolutely. I have so much to talk about. The first thing I want to say is that we are raising money for Go Rescue Pet Adoption Center, a dog shelter in Hampton, Virginia. Go Rescue works to provide a haven for homeless dogs, giving them the time, care, and love they need to find not just any home, but the right home. And so that means your donations are going towards an incredible cause where we are going to be able to help dogs find amazing homes and to improve their lives. And speaking of dogs, chat, I've got an offer for you. It's a special offer. For this run tonight only, for this evening only, if you donate, I can read your donation in a goofy voice if you want me to do that.
That sounds incredible.
Absolutely. And if you would like to contribute with your donation towards one of the incentives, we've got 2 open right now. We've got a bid war between the options for a dialogue sequence in tomorrow's Rhythm Sprout run about Lord of the Rings. And we've got another one to play 5 bonus songs in that same run. And that one's only $15 away. So chat, can you tell us who your favorite party member is in Kingdom Hearts? Or maybe your favorite world that we travel to in this game? And if you would like to, I'll read your donation in a goofy voice. Just tell me that you want me to do that in your donation.
Amazing. I will add to this, if we get the incentive for, I don't even remember the name of it already because my brain is great.
Rhythm Sprout.
Rhythm Sprout. If we get that Rhythm Sprout incentive met, I will introduce you guys to my dog at the end of the run.
Oh my gosh, dog incentive!
So,
chat.
My dog is currently sitting right next to me, staring at me like, why are you talking about me like I'm not even here? But at the end of this run, I will absolutely introduce you all to my good boy if you guys meet that donation incentive.
All right, well, chat, you know what to do. Donate towards that Rhythm Sprout bonus songs incentive. And remember, you can use !donate to get the link to donate, or you can scroll down on your Twitch page and click where it says donate right there. So many good ways to donate through our Delta 5 page.
Amazing. All right, so we're now in Deep Jungle. We just beat up Sabor. And now we are going to touch a save point that will become relevant later. We're going to quit out of Jungle Slider because that skips us actually having to do the minigame, which is really, really nice. And we're going to do some hardcore parkour around Jane's camp to grab some slides for a wonderful little slideshow presentation where if you've seen the movie Tarzan, then you will know that this is where the song Strangers Like Me comes in, which, again, shout-outs to this Tarzan soundtrack because it's glorious. And now that we have all of these, we're going to get reunited with Donald and Goofy because, Sora, Donald, and Goofy Sora and Donald, rather, got into a fight and crashed the gummy ship here. That's all the plot that happened that leads us into Deep Jungle. But now we're going to view the slideshow. This slideshow is going to show Tarzan human things like gorillas. I didn't know a gorilla was a human thing, but, that's fine. And now we are going to go and Tarzan is going to introduce us to the gorillas. He's going to do that through the process of save warping. We touched that save point in the tunnel earlier before we started doing the jungle slider, so that way we can warp back up here and go and see the gorillas down in the jungle. So we just do a few rolls down here, drop down into this world. Here's Kerchak and his wife. I don't remember Tarzan's mom's name, but Tarzan is gonna say, "Hey, let me show you to my friends," and Kerchak says no, and then gets distracted by something up near the treehouse. So we are going to go back over to the treehouse here, where we're going to see nothing really interesting because we skip cutscenes, and Clayton is going to shoot at Turk, the absolute meanie person, and we are now going to jump back and go back to the camp. And now that we are going back to the camp, we're going to do our slight rerouting here. We're going to go grab this blue Trinity right here. We need Donald and Goofy in our party in order to do any Trinities. So this is why we didn't do the Trinity on the first visit when we had Tarzan with us. Sabor is going to show up. She's not relevant right now. We're just going to avoid her after we grab our puppies here. And now that we've rescued more puppies, Clayton is going to get chewed out for shooting at Turk. And now Clayton's going to shoot something else. And in case you were wondering, the Heartless are here now. And so we are going to be doing a series of fights with some Heartless, some monkey Heartless called Power Wilds. What we are going to be doing is actually going all the way through the world and rescuing gorillas. We want to rescue them from the evil Heartless, and because A, it's the right thing to do, and B, so we can gain their trust and show them and get to show Tarzan and Tarzan's friends, the gorillas, because that's what they're doing here in the jungle. Going to do our next save warp here to drop down here where we see more Heartless. And we received...
Well, speaking of rescuing, as soon as you have time, I've got someone who has helped us. All right, wonderful. I've got $15 from Mel 1997, who says, and I'll say it in both voices, just to cover our bases, I want to see the baby. And, yup, I want to see the baby. Thank you so much for your donation. That did go towards that bonus songs rhythm sprout incentive, and also contributed towards a poll option. That's something you can do, by the way. You can donate towards 2 options, and that went towards the extended editions as well. So you've got a fellow extended editions fan. That means that we have met our bonus songs incentive for the Rhythm Sprout run tomorrow morning. Wow. Thank you all so much for your generosity. We get to see the dog and those bonus songs. Amazing. That's fantastic. Thank you, Evening Gang. Let's keep going.
Let's absolutely. You guys met that a lot earlier than I was anticipating. Do you hear that, Shadow? You get to be on camera. So, we have Blizzard, which was given to us by the Cheshire Cat after we beat the Trickmaster in the last world. And it becomes a very, very useful spell that we will get to use against our enemies. These Power Wilds, it works out very, very well because we can use it to take out clumps of them as long as I actually hit my targets. But, you know, like anything, it's not always easy to always hit your targets. Also, you'll notice that when I cast a spell, I'm doing that in the air and not on the ground. I actually do that for a very specific reason. I do that because if I am on the ground, the animation is slower than if I'm in the air. So you'll see me most of the time whenever I cast spells to be using them in the air, so that way the animations are faster. And now we're going to leave the tent and go back out of the tent. Clayton is going to find himself in trouble, and we're going to go try and help him out. And what better thing to have Clayton be in trouble than Sabor? Sabor is back, and we are just going to use our wonderful Keyblade abilities and fire magic to take her out. Fire is a unique spell in that we actually use this one on the ground because you can see how we spam it. We spam it the way that we do because we only have to use like the wave down animation once, and that allows us to then shoot it much faster. Fire is the one exception to casting spells in the air rule. But now that we have finished off Sabor, we're going to grab her Fang, and now the gorillas, well actually Jane has been taken captive by Heartless. And we're going to take a very specific route here. I really hope I can hit this Hippo Cycle. Let's see if I am good at platforming. I wasn't quite good enough, but it really is not a big deal. Normally you could hit that without swimming, but no biggie. We're going to rescue some more puppies right here, and then we're going to go up into these other vines, so that way we can go back up to the climbing trees where we've been a couple of times before to rescue Jane. And then what is going to be different this time when we fight the Heartless is that there's going to be this giant black fruit here that, it's definitely not important at all. But if we do 15 hits on it, then it will explode and it will free Jane. The Heartless in there don't matter. And now that we have freed Jane, we have learned that Clayton has now taken all of the gorillas captive and captured Jane, brought her up here so she would be out of the way, but unfortunately she forgot that we're a 14-year-old with a key sword, a duck that is so powerful with magic that in 2 years he will cast Zeta Flare, and Goofy, the captain of the guard. God, Goofy doesn't have anything interesting. Oh. And now Clayton is going to yell at us for some reason, and now we are going to start fighting him. This is just a quick phase 1, just a couple of hits will then trigger Clayton's mount, and then we are going to start fighting Clayton. Wow, I can not say his name properly. There's his mount, a fun little Heartless named Stealth Sneak. It's not actually like that, it's not relevant to the fight. Now that Clayton has been dismounted, we can just keep him stuck with air combos here, and eventually he will go down. And that's Clayton. Super, super nice fight to have. Nice and chillaxed. Nothing too scary to worry about there. We're going to skip a few cutscenes, and then Tarzan is going to show us his home, the nesting grounds of the gorillas, which is found right here in this fun little waterfall cavern. And we're going to do everybody's favorite thing in an action RPG, which is platforming. We're going to platform up here, grab these puppies again, and then we are going to do a little bit more platforming here. I'm going to focus a little bit for this jump, and nice first... Oh, what? I got so excited, and the game said, no, you don't get to ledge grab. Second try. Nope. Okay, I'll give this one more try. Oh, come on.
It's for the funny.
There we go. We got it. Perfect. First try.
First try.
And now we have finished off Deep Jungle, and we are going to leave Tarzan. We're going to say goodbye, buddy. We have sealed... The keyhole is also in his nesting ground, so that's kind of a cool little thing, too. But we're going to say goodbye to Tarzan. We're going to board our gummy ship, and then we are going to head out. Tarzan is going to give us Jungle King, which is another Keyblade that we will be using. I promise. We won't be equipping it right away, but we are going to be using it. So now we're going to board our gummy ship once again. We're going to take a slightly different route back to Traverse Town, because we need to ask Sid about these gummy blocks that have now fallen out of the two keyholes that we have sealed. So once we head out to... we're going to head out to this world over here. We're actually not going to do this next world that we travel to. This is going to be Olympus Coliseum. You would think, oh, you can just do it now. But actually, we're going to be saving it for later. And the reason for that is because Olympus Coliseum is actually not a required world in the game. It is an optional world that we could do. So if we save it for later, we can come back to it when we are much, much stronger, and it will go significantly faster than if we were to do it now. I've actually been doing it so many times, like later in runs, that I honestly don't know how well it would go if I were to do it super early. And with that, Satan, go ahead and take it away.
Absolutely. I just wanted to remind everybody what you are watching and what amazing group is putting this marathon on. You are currently watching No Holidays Allowed 2024, presented by No Glitches Allowed. This event is open to all kinds of speedruns and showcases that runners have to offer, not just glitchless runs. We're looking forward to showing off some amazing speedruns to watch as you bundle up by the campfire this winter. I also do want to remind chat that unfortunately, No Holidays Allowed 2024 will be the last No Holidays Allowed event for the foreseeable future. Please stay tuned for news about our other events, though. No Glitches Allowed 11 and Complete-a-thon 2025. So we are so excited to be here for, at least for what is now the finale event of No Holidays Allowed. Let's make it an absolutely incredible and special event, everyone, together. But that doesn't mean that No Glitches Allowed is going anywhere. So join our Discord to keep up with all of the amazing things that we've got coming up for you shortly, and go ahead and click that schedule, !schedule, to see what the other amazing runs are for the rest of this marathon. There's so much coming up that I am so excited for. It's going to be wonderful.
And as you guys just saw, I did get to see you show my dog. I will show him off again the more opportunities that I get. But that is Shadow, my good boy. We have had him adopted probably, I think, almost 6 months-ish now. I'm trying to remember. We adopted him, so I moved from Minnesota to Colorado because I'm from Minnesota. Shout-outs to Midwest Speed Fest. But anyways, we adopted him shortly after we moved to Colorado, and when we got him, he had just undergone some tail surgery. So we got him from the Northern Colorado Humane Society. His previous home had to give him up because his tail got smashed and it got infected and had to be amputated.
Oh no.
It's actually it's really sad for him, but it ended up working out great because we got to bring him home. So shortly after his surgery, my wife was going to the Humane Society actually to look at a different dog. And as she was walking in, somebody was signing the papers to adopt the dog that we were originally going to adopt as she was walking in the door. And Shadow here wasn't even listed on their website yet. And then my wife's mom saw Shadow on the website to just check again, and his picture was not flattering. It was fresh out of surgery. He had the cone over his head, just looked so nervous. And my wife was like, yeah, sure, I'll look at him. And she did, and just absolutely fell in love with our little guy. And then my mother-in-law I was working, so I wasn't there during the original time that she went to go look, but my mother-in-law sent me a video of my wife playing with him, and I just saw just this absolutely massive smile on his face. And she was like, well, I'm planning on putting him on hold so you can go and you can look at him the next day. And I saw that video and I was like, no, that's our dog. Just bring him home. That's our dog. And he has been our bestest little guy ever since. And I'm actually kind of getting emotional, sweet. Which I was like not ready for.
I am too. But, like, I am too.
Oh my gosh, I love him so much. It took a few days. He does have some anxiety. He's a very anxious boy. Does not like it when mom and dad leave, but he is the bestest boy, and I could not be more thankful for him, for our dog. He's very sweet, and just absolutely incredible. Anyways,
gosh, you don't make me cry on the host mic for the first time. I always swore I never do it. So sweet.
I have never cried during a marathon before, and I actually am about to. So yeah. Anyways, we just sold
Chat,
most of our inventory.
You need to help us by telling us some fun dog stories. If you have any fun or adorable dog stories that you want to tell us, please tell us in a donation or in chat. We want to hear about it. I am so happy to be raising money for Go Rescue here. That just made me feel even more, empowered to be here doing this event tonight.
Yes, absolutely. Being able to do this event and being able to, like, as a dog owner, and just thinking about, like, not just what we're able to do for Shadow, but what he has been able to do for our family has just been, like, one of the bestest things ever. It's something that, like, so growing up, I had dogs, but we had such strict, like, home rentals rules that our dogs were always outdoor dogs. And I was so young, and we had labs. So when you're like 8 years old and you have a black lab, it's really hard for you to be able to play well without that dog just absolutely wrestling you to the ground. Which our black lab, his name is Prince, super sweet dog, absolutely love him. But he is like, since like adopting Shadow and having him as part of my family, it's not just something where, like, we're able to give him a home, but, like, my family just feels so complete with him being here. And even though, like, for the majority of my life, Shadow has not been a part of it, but he's here, and I honestly could not imagine my life without my dog. He is so sweet and just is a perfect addition to our home. And, like, when I tell people, when people are like, I don't know, dogs are a lot of work. Yes, they're a responsibility for sure. I mean, you're adopting something else into your family. You're adopting somebody into your family. But the rewards that have come from having Shadow as a dog has just been a complete and incredible blessing that I don't even know what better ways to word it, because I just love my dog so much, and he's become very quickly my best friend.
That is so sweet. We've also got a funny dog story in chat to pile on to that. A funny dog story. My dog once locked me and my other dog out of my house with no phone to call anyone.
Oh no.
That can happen sometimes. Also, you're mentioning labs. I can relate. My family always had labs growing up. I had a really, really sweet lab named Pete when I was younger. And then now we have a white lab named Nell, who is currently 9 years old. She acts like she's 2. Nobody can tell that she's 9 years old.
Amazing.
She's adorable.
So,
I do love labs.
Absolutely. So in that last world, because we were so busy talking about dogs, I didn't talk about anything in relation to the game.
I know.
What we did is we got that navigation gummy from Sid. He attached it to us so that way we can access more worlds, and he also gave us a warp gummy, so any worlds that we have visited previously we will now be able to warp to and not have to fly our gummy mission again. And remember when we beat Riku in a race about like 30 minutes ago? You probably don't, but if you do, he gave us a pretty stone in which we sold it with most of our other parts of our inventory. And by selling that pretty stone, that actually gave us the ability to buy a brand new engine as well as a booster. So now our gummy ship can fly significantly faster because we have a booster as well as just a faster engine. So it comes out to be significantly faster. You won't notice it too much right now, but we actually will be getting another booster and another engine in a couple more worlds. And once we get those, you will really start to see the power of what we have. But this is the reason why we don't have a gummy skip mod run, because we do use the routing and it influences the routing quite a bit to actually go through and grab these things. Otherwise, our routing would look very different. Which also, if you really still don't like the gummy ships, use the instant gummy tool anyways. We convince the mods to make a category extension for gummy lists for this game. That would be fun. I actually thinking I might just do that.
I was thinking you were going to say make a category extension for only the gummy ship.
Oh, that would be interesting. Just all normal flights.
Just
fly from
gummy.
one end of the world to the other.
So much fun.
So now here we are in Agrabah. This is Aladdin's world. We're going to be doing quite a few different things. First, we're going to talk to Princess Jasmine, who we already just did. She's going to tell us about Aladdin. We're going to free the magic carpet because he was stuck. And now he's just going to fly off towards the desert, and we're going to just say, okay, we'll see you later. Actually, just kidding. We are going to follow him. But first, we're going to take this Mega Elixir from Aladdin. I'm sure he won't need it. And now we're going to go off into the desert. Now that we are here in the desert, we are going to actually talk to the carpet again, and he's going to get us on board. And now we are going to go off and save Aladdin as the Cave of Wonders is trying to swallow him into the sand, and we obviously do not want him to be swallowed into the sand. And we save him from the Cave of Wonders swallowing him into the sand by defeating Heartless. Why that works? Kingdom Hearts.
I do remember Aladdin going like this, actually.
So,
this is exactly how I remember it.
Yeah. So now that we have freed him, we can now put him in our party. But we're actually not going to put him in our party. He doesn't make enough of a difference on beginner to warrant keeping him. I believe he's like significantly faster in every other category. So if you want to see Aladdin in the party, then check out Standard, Proud, or Level 1. We're also going to do a quick save warp, because now that we are back into Agrabah itself, the game wants us to take this weird convoluted route to get back, but we don't want to do that because that's slow. Now that we are here as well, I am going to be doing a quick menu to get Jungle King, our new Keyblade, and then also equipping Scan and that white thing that we took from Sabor. We're taking that. And, oh, did I give Goofy the EXP necklace? I don't remember if I did. Okay, I did. Good. Just making sure I did all my menuing correctly. So, Scan is a very, very important ability, because as you can see, we can actually see the health bars for our enemies now, which we have not been able to do until we got Scan. So now that we have that ability, it is going to be very, very important. Ooh, that fall would have been pretty bad. But we're good. We're going to come over here, hit this keyhole, because our Keyblade can unlock any lock, not just the locks for worlds. And we're going to climb back up into Aladdin's house here for a bit of in-game time manipulation, because we hit 2 loads, and this game runs with a loader move time. So being able to reduce the amount of load times is great. And now we're going to see Jafar has Jasmine, and we want to save her. But Jafar is going to actually steal the lamp from Aladdin, which is big bad no-no. And now we need to try and save Jasmine. But first we have to deal with this pot centipede. So centipedes are a thing in our Kingdom Hearts game. Definitely not nightmare fuel in the slightest. But thankfully on beginner, this fight's not that big of a deal. Just can be a little weird sometimes. But now that we have hit him, we're going to roll really, really quickly, trying very, very hard to hit the load zone for this next room. So that way at the end of the fight, it brings us here, which it does. Great. And now we're going to go into the desert again, because that is where Jafar is taking Jasmine. And now that we are there, we're going to fight the Cave of Wonders itself. Because the power of darkness has inflicted the Cave of Wonders. So in case you have watched Aladdin before, I'm sure you absolutely remember when Aladdin went toe-to-toe with the Cave of Wonders and climbed up onto the back of its head and started smacking its eyes, because that's where the darkness comes from.
Wow, it looks just as good as the real Cave of Wonders from the movie.
Absolutely. And now I'm going to do a little bit of hits onto the eyes here. Oh, I think I might have over-damaged. Which if I did, I can just climb back over here. And... and we just gotta smack it a bunch more. We have to be a little careful, because if we fall off, that can be disastrous. But we're good. Nothing
Nicely done.
to worry about. Alrighty, so now that we have finished that up, we are now going to move into the Cave of Wonders, where we're going to immediately fall off the ledge.
Oh.
And that is, trust me, that is intentional. We're going to come... oh, I went the wrong way. I'm going to come backwards, actually.
That wasn't.
That was not intentional. We're going to come over here. We're going to climb up here and touch this monkey. By touching this monkey, this will open this door. That's a mystery mouse tool that will become useful later. And we are going to then swim this way and now go the original way that we were going to go. This is all a little bit of extra routing that we once again do due to running all worlds. We're going to pick up this torn page. That is, again, going to be useful later. Touch this save point because we are going to come back here later on. And we can swim over here. And now we can make our way into the hidden room over here, which is really not that hidden. We're going to jump off the cliff here, spin around, miss our swag shot a few times, but we're going to hit the pillar. I really was hoping I could have gotten the swag shot where you shoot it before you land, but it's no biggie. Now, Genie is sad because Jafar is his master now, and he doesn't want to be friends with Jafar, but he doesn't have a choice. But we're going to now go and do what we can to help out Genie and try and save him, as well as save Jasmine. There's a lot of people that we have to save here. We're going to traverse through the rest of the Cave of Wonders here. And just like our wonderful organization that we are doing this whole marathon for, we are going to rescue some more puppies, jumping onto this treasure and opening this chest. So make sure you guys donate. You guys should donate for every single puppy that we rescue. I will pull up the total once this run is over. So that way, if you want to do that, you can. I don't know how much you want to donate because we're going to be rescuing like 40, 50 puppies. So that's a lot. But we are now going to fight Jafar, and I am going to focus up for a second here. To try and get this one cycle. Nope, we're not going to miss it just by a little bit. Which is fine. We'll get a pretty quick 2 cycle here. There we go. So, still, overall, I'll definitely take that for a fight in the run. You can one-cycle Jafar as I was going for, but the air combo timing for it is very, very tight, and so it's not an easy strat to get. I have gotten it in runs a few times, but I don't get it all the time. But thankfully, it doesn't really break the run that much, as you can see. So, now that we have finished off Jafar, we're going to go fight Jafar again, because Jafar has used the power of Genie to turn himself into a genie. And now that we have done that, we can We can do damage to Jafar a couple of ways. The first few ways are... first way is by hitting him with Blizzard Magic from a distance. The other way is by hitting the lamp that Iago has. Oh, that's really unfortunate RNG. I was really hoping for him to transition there. Oh, there he is. He's still not behaving the best right now, but... I'm gonna parry that giant boulder because, you know... And that's Jafar. So, overall, not bad. We got a little unlucky. That fight can be very, very mean. So, that's totally okay to have that in a run like that. And now we're going to skip a few more cutscenes, and it is time to escape from the Cave of Wonders. So we have to be very careful here. We have to make sure that we don't die. So we're going to wiggle to the right here, and... Oh, no. I hit that rock. Oh, I hit another rock. Okay, that's another rock. Yep, ow. Yep, okay. Don't worry, this is fine. We will make it through. Don't worry, we will not die. Everything will be fine. See? We're good. That's another rock.
The game's just telling you rock.
It really is. I just really like boulders. Those were nice boulders. And ouch, and ouch, and ouch, and oh no, we died. Actually, if you die in here, it skips it.
Aww. Wonderful.
In case it wasn't very obvious that I was doing all of that intentionally. I really hope it wasn't, because that makes it a lot funnier, but also it's very hard to fake strats. Alright, so now Aladdin wants to come with us to go find Jasmine, because Jasmine was kidnapped yet again and was taken somewhere else. And we're like, well, that's not great, but we're like, we'll go find her, but Aladdin can't come with us because that's against the world order where we cannot meddle in the affairs of other worlds. But apparently going to another world and saving her ourselves is not meddling in the affairs of other worlds. Make that make sense. So, exactly. Now we're going to fly off.
That's my commentary.
Amazing. And now we're going to fly off to our next world. And while we do that, Satan, go ahead and let us out with some of our donations.
Well, right now we are here donating money, or, well, raising money so that we can donate it to Go Rescue Pet Adoption Center. And I'd love to tell you all a little bit about how Go Rescue got started. In 2011, a local woman named Georgia Obanos lost her home, and her only focus became how to prevent her family dogs from going back to animal control. Starting out with just an empty shell of a building, Go Rescue soon became not just a place for her current rescues, but a shelter that has grown to raise over 2,000 dogs to date with no signs of slowing down. So it started from a situation that seemed not so great, and now has become an amazing force for good over in Virginia, and it's just amazing the work we are doing to help the dogs there live a better life and find their forever homes.
It's incredible. I love that. That is really
absolutely
cool.
And Go Rescue doesn't just accept donations, they accept supplies as well. They accept dry and canned dog food, bleach, cheap paper towels, laundry detergent, furniture, and even vehicles. You can also go to gorescuedogs.com and go to the How Can I Help tab to find their Amazon wish list. Let's help out the pups.
That is amazing. More money to help out more pups.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Absolutely.
So we're on our way to another world, but we're going to get sidetracked because apparently in space there's a whale. Again, I don't know. I don't know why there's a giant whale in space, but there is a giant whale in space, and it is going to eat us. Sorry, spoilers. So we are going to get eaten by the whale, and we are going to enter the world of Monstro.
This looks like something I see in my nightmares, just as a side.
That's fair. No, you ever just fly through space and have a giant whale show up? That's very much like nightmare fuel for a dream.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so now that we have gotten swallowed by the whale here, we are going to start off in the mouth of said whale and move into we will move into this cutscene here where we're going to meet Geppetto, Pinocchio's father, where Pinocchio has apparently gone missing for some reason, and we are going to go and try and find him by diving deeper into the depths of the whale. So if you wanted more nightmare fuel, here you go. This is what the esophagus of a whale looks like. A bunch of purple and weird little pulsing bits in there. I don't know. I don't question it. I just play the video game. And this world where, if you play this game casually, this is probably the world where you got the most lost. This world has a complete labyrinth of chambers and tunnels and so many different rooms that it is very easy to get lost in. And thankfully, as speedrunners... Oh, we got a little unlucky there. Okay, thank you, Donald. Now get off the barrel. Okay, because we need this barrel. We're going to jump over here to pick up some more puppies that we can rescue. And then I'm going to do a very specific jump to land right there. So that way we can use that barrel to grab Flare G, which is going to be our additional engine. So in case you were curious, whales eat ship engines.
Mm.
And now we are going
Nice balanced diet.
Oh, very, very well balanced. And now we are going to continue to proceed throughout the esophagus of our whale. Oh, I'm out of magic, which is a little on the scary side, because I have to kind of be careful, because I don't want to destroy the barrels. The ones that turn into spiders, yes, I do want to destroy those. But the rest of them, I do not want to. Particularly this one, because we're going to need it again. We're going to throw this barrel over here to jump up here and grab our next torn page. And then we are going to jump down, do 2 quick jumps, grab this before our command menu turns red to grab more puppies. Continuing to rescue and continuing to do exactly the same thing that Go Rescue does, which is rescue puppies. And now that we have done that, we are going to... Oh, hey, look, it's Riku. Riku convinced Pinocchio to run away. He's kind of turned into not...
Into a whale?
Yeah. Riku's kind of turned into not a nice guy. He's kind of teamed up with the main antagonist of the series, Maleficent. So, well, the second main antagonist. We'll get to that later. But in the meantime, we're going to do some very specific air combos to keep this boss stunned here. Going to get a little trolled here, but a couple more air combos finishes off this boss.
Nice.
And so, now that we have finished off our parasite cage, we're going to jump down here, because we were in the bowels, by the way. That was the bowels of the whale. We're going to jump down and end up back in the mouth, because whale logic. And now we're going to pick up our first shared ability, high jump. High jump is going to be a very good ability in terms of... I think I do get MP... Yes, I do get MP haste there. It's a very nice ability, because Sora can now jump higher and do front flips. Because why not?
Yay.
And then we are going to climb up the throat to go into the stomach of our whale to fight the cage, that parasite cage that had Pinocchio trapped. We're going to fight him again because he survived. But now this time we are going to actually finish him off by doing the same exact thing that we did before. I am doing these air combos, but this is where the timing of the air combos becomes very important, because if you mistime them, then the parasite cage will become unstunned, And we do not want that, because if they're unstunned, then they can do that. And that's not fun. But by doing that, we can now continue to fight the Parasite Cage and do, again, a lot more damage to it. And so now we finish off the Parasite Cage. We're going to save Pinocchio from the evil clutches of Riku, and then Riku is going to disappear. And apparently he has Kairi on a boat. That's a thing. We'll worry about that later. We are now going to continue to travel. Once Monstro, our whale here, is going to sneeze us out.
Well, if this is good time, I have an exciting announcement for chat.
Go for it.
Wonderful. We have opened a new incentive. Since Evening Gang did such a great job of closing out our last one, we've opened one for the run right before Rhythm Sprout, and that is Cavern of Dreams, and the incentive is to hug Luna. The final battle in Cavern of Dreams is a floating obstacle course that you need to complete while Luna, the antagonist who stole all your siblings, flies around shooting magic at you. Upon reaching the end, Finn defeats Luna by giving her a hug. It's very sweet. So if you want to be able to make that happen, to go ahead and hug Luna and add 5 minutes to that run, 5 whole minutes more of No Holidays Allowed, you will have to donate $30. That is a $30 target incentive that is open right now. So go ahead and type !donate in chat to donate towards that target incentive. And remember, chat, you can donate towards an incentive and a bid war at the same time. We've still got that Have You Seen Lord of the Rings Rhythm Sprout dialogue incentive open. Well, dialogue poll open. And right now, yes, Extended Editions is winning, but that does not mean that yes, theatrical cuts or no couldn't make a comeback. Let's go ahead and see those donations, chat. Remember, the Goofy donation read option is still open. That is still a one night only offer, and it is on the table.
Yeah, I think if we need to, as a chat, collectively work together to give the Extended Edition the biggest lead that we possibly can. It is very important. Yes,
absolutely.
So we went back to Agrabah.
And all of your donation will go both towards that target and that poll if you put them both. So great value.
Continue to get your donations in, guys. We're supporting an incredible cause, and I am very, very thankful to be able to be a part of this marathon and show off this run and help raise money for, again, an incredible cause. I am a huge sucker for marathons. I do marathons a lot. I guess I haven't really given too much time to like talk about myself. So I'm going to do that quick while we grab a few other things here. Hi, I'm Zojalyx. I am what's known as the Lord of the Rings guy in speedrunning, which is really funny because I'm running Kingdom Hearts. But I run a massive variety of games. Lord of the Rings has always been has always kind of been my home in speedrunning. I do a lot of Lord of the Rings runs, but I also do dabble in some Kingdom Hearts as well as some Spider-Man and Star Wars from time to time. But Lord of the Rings has always been my preferred series that I go to. I've been speedrunning since fall of 2017, so a few years, 7 to be exact, which is crazy to think about.
Wow.
But
time flies, yeah, just like this, the gummy ship.
That it does. My first marathon that I did was Midwest Speedfest 2018. That was actually like right after I graduated high school. It was actually a really, really cool experience. And then after that marathon, I got absolutely addicted to doing marathons, and definitely have had multiple times, including this month, where I've overbooked myself for marathons.
Oh, you're telling me.
Like this month, I've done Preventathon. I did a really, really long-a-thon on Wednesday where I ran Lord of the Rings Return of the King Max Percent, which is I had an 18-hour estimate, and then I got to turn right around and do this run. And then I've done 2 GDQ hotfixes within this month, like within the last 30 days. And I'm also getting ready. I will be on the opening day or opening night of HDQ 2025, my wife and I will be running Lego The Hobbit restricted any %. So if you guys want to watch that, it will be Monday morning at like 1 o'clock Eastern.
I can't wait for that run, by the way.
It is going to be a fantastic
I specifically am going to be there for Sunday because there's so many amazing runs the first day, including Lego The Hobbit. It's going to be hype.
It is going to be a great time. I'm very excited. It's my first time being in a GDQ, and being able to run with my wife too just makes it so much better. So welcome to Halloween Town. I know that this is...
I was going to say, where are we now?
We're in Halloween Town. If we were playing Kingdom Hearts 2, it would be a lot more Christmas/holidays themed than Halloween. But we're here. It's Halloween again. We're gonna grab a quick power up, and then we're gonna go say hi to Dr. Finkelstein. Dr. Finkelstein is a scientist here in Halloween Town, and he is trying to make Heartless dance. Because that's part of Jack Skellington's Halloween Spectacular. So there's their fake heart that they're making, because they think that if they can give the Heartless a heart, then they will dance. I'm not going to question it. There are a lot of things that I choose to not question. Jack is going to be very, very kind to us and donate his ethers, and then we're going to use that power-up that we got. And now that we have that, we are going to go over, and in order to get this heart to work, we have to go and get two things. We have to go get memory and surprise. And memory we will get from Jack's good friend Sally. But in order to get it, first we have to take out the Heartless that are in here. And again, I use an absurd amount of Blizzard spells because, as you can see, it is just very, very powerful to take out clumps of Heartless. So now that we have taken out these, we are going to get the memory from Sally, which is a forget-me-not flower. That's really funny to me. And then we have to go back and give that to the doctor. And then once we get that from the doctor, then we will get ourselves ready for the next setup, which is surprise. And the surprise that we will get by getting a Jack-in-the-Box from the mayor. So this is where I'm going to give you guys this little bit. If you count, you can guess a number 1 through 7 in combinations of 3. So like 4, 6, 7, or however you want to do it. If you guess it right, I will donate $5. I might just donate $5 anyways, because the odds of you guessing it right are very, very difficult. But would love to see that. So first we have to get there, and we're going to do this in a very specific way. We're going to take out these Heartless here because we have to move very particular so that way we can get into the sarcophagus there. I should have definitely pre-warned this because now is the time to guess. 3, 6, 1. Okay. So we have to examine 3, and then 6, and then...
Yes.
Well, I'll still donate. Why not?
All right. And speaking of chat, you can also donate with !donate. And remember, we just opened a new incentive for a run tomorrow morning. It starts even earlier than that Rhythm Sprout run. So evening gang, this is your time to shine. Let's go ahead and add 5 minutes to the Cavern of Dreams run and hug the antagonist. I'm a sucker for antagonist to redemption stories, and I want to see some love be extended to Luna.
Absolutely. All right, so now we're going to go back to go see the doctor. We're going to check in with him, give him the surprise, and see what is next in our heart. So we're going to give him the heart, but unfortunately, the heart is going to be stolen by some 3 little tricksters with the names Lock, Shock, and Barrel. I'm sure if you've watched The Nightmare Before Christmas, you know exactly who those 3 little rascals are. They have stolen the heart for the antagonist of this world, Mr. Oogie Boogie. And we must now go and get it back. So Jack is going to ask his good boy Zero which to go and find them. Oh, we're going to try and stay on here. Perfect. And we're going to get good RNG because there could be other Heartless that can spawn here that are not nice. And we got the good spawns, so that's wonderful. And now that we are here, we are going to go and do Manor Climb. So we're going to be going up to Oogie's Manor and climbing it. Hence why it's called Manor Climb. It's going to be a little on the spooky side, so I might have to do... I'm going to do some focusing here because we're going to climb it very much in the way that the game does not intend for us to climb it. So I want to make sure that I can focus up so that way I know what I am doing and that I don't mess up. So just bear with me here. Okay, that's part one.
Nice.
I'll take that ledge grab just to be safe. And we made it!
Nicely done.
That was scary. I have had many runs where I have fallen, and it is not a fun experience to fall, feel the weight of the shame as you fall, and then have to do it all over again. But now we have to fight Lock, Shock, and Barrel, and we do that by spamming blizzards. Because as you can see, every single blizzard hits these kids, and it is a very effective method to take them out. So we're able to get rid of them very quickly here through using our blizzards. That was actually a really good fight. Probably one of the best Lock, Shock, and Barrel fights I have ever had. So I will definitely not complain about that. So we're going to come over here now, and we are going to hit this switch. While we hit this switch, we're going to do a quick menu to get our White Fang back for our strength boost, and then we are going to give ourselves a air combo plus, so that way we can have one additional hit in our air combos. We're going to get rid of that Heartless, because he is in the way of what we were trying to do. We need Donald to come down here, but he is apparently very committed to his fight right now. Come on, Donald. Did you win? Okay, he won. Cool. I'm going to rescue some more puppies, and now we are going to go deal with Oogie Boogie. We need to drop right here. And we're going to enter the torture chamber. Oogie Boogie is a very difficult fight to do at an extremely optimal level. We're going to have to first select the right platform that will raise up, so that way we will go on the same side as Oogie Boogie. But to do it in the best way, we also want to make sure that we don't have any of our party members on the platform with us. Because if they are on the platform with us, then they will do additional damage to Oogie Boogie. The only exception is this one here, which I am getting really unlucky with Oogie's positioning because I cannot get up without swinging, and the game is locking me on. Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay, we got up there. That was a little scary, but we made it. Now he's going to throw some dice at us that we're going to try and hit back, but this is the really, really difficult part. Yep, we didn't get it, but that's fine. All he's going to do is spawn these Heartless that we can apparently struggle with here. I'm going to heal just for a little bit of extra safety. And then we can finish off Oogie Boogie here very quickly. And that will end that fight. But we're not done. We have another fight against Oogie Boogie right after this. Because Oogie Boogie is... he ate the heart, and it didn't work. So it didn't actually do what he wanted it to do. Which is really sad. Because he really just wanted to be respected by his peers, and it didn't work. Because he's just a little bag of bugs. But apparently the power of darkness worked on Oogie Boogie, and has now merged him with his manor. So we have to go and deal with these glowing orbs of darkness.
Is there nothing darkness can't merge with something else?
My
goodness.
If there is, I haven't found it yet. Or at least Kingdom Hearts hasn't found it yet.
Exactly.
Because I don't have the motivation to try and figure out what darkness cannot merge with. I guess light, probably light is the one thing.
Maybe. Chad, if you have any theories about how darkness works, or what the limits of darkness are, or what darkness can merge with, or any other obscure or interesting, distinct Kingdom Hearts facts or theories, would absolutely love to see those come in through donations.
And that finishes off Oogie Manor. Yeah, we just have to climb up, hit the little thingies, and then we're good. So, very nice fight there. Worked out very, very well. And now, we did see Fly By Atlantica earlier. Again, we're not going there quite yet because we need a very specific spell in order for it to work the best way. And so we want to make sure that we are as prepared as we possibly can be for going to Atlantica. Which is very easy to do by making sure that we prep ourselves by doing all of the other worlds first. So, we are now going to head out, not to Atlantica, we're going to head out to Neverland. We're going to go say hi to Peter Pan, and we're going to go deal with the adventures in Neverland, whatever adventures the world has to offer for us. And you'll see up in the top of the screen, there is a little thing that says Hook Ship 100%. So in this game, once you have beaten either Halloween Town or Atlantica, you have a chance of spawning Captain Hook's ship. Well, in this game, it is, like I said, a chance. It is random. And if you miss it, you can lose around 45 seconds. But a wonderful script maker by the name of Deno created a script to make it where Hook Ship will always spawn 100% of the time, cutting out that RNG, and thus making runs significantly more finishable. And it is very, very nice to have. It's optional, so it's not like you're required to run it, but being able to have it does obviously just make the run feel a lot better to run with. So, now that we have it, we are going to get Hook Ship 100%. And now Goofy is going to tell us that, a big ship is catching up to us. And I'm going to get some water quick because, wow, I've done a lot of talking.
Yeah, that makes sense. Well, you've been doing an incredible job so far. Thank you so much for running for us, by the way. This has been amazing so far, and we still have a ways to go in the run, which also means that our lovely evening crew has some more time to try to get us closer on that Cavern of Dreams Hug Luna incentive. It's only $30 away. We can absolutely get that, chat. We can start a $5 train. I would love to see a $5 train. Anything you want to do. And remember that you can donate towards both a Target incentive and a poll at the same time using Tiltify. And right now we have a poll open for the Rhythm Sprout run tomorrow for a dialogue option between yes extended editions, yes theatrical cuts, and no for have you seen Lord of the Rings? ! Donate in chat to donate towards Go Rescue Pet Adoption Center and our incentives and polls.
Chat, for every incentive we meet during this run, I'll bring my dog out again. So the more you donate, the more you get to see my dog.
Oh, chat. That is very enticing, isn't it?
You've seen him once
Let's
before.
get that Cavern of Dreams met. Yes.
He's a good boy.
Hug Luna and Hug Shadow.
Exactly.
It's a 2-in-1. It's a 2-in-1.
So we're going to get ready for our next fight here. We're going to be fighting Anti-Sora. Anti-Sora is just Sora, but spooky. And we're going to try and go for a pretty specific strat here. I'm going to be keeping him stop locked. See, this is that spell. This is stop. It is a very, very, very strong spell. And as you can see, it did a lot of damage to our boy here. And by continuing to use it where we can just keep him stuck and continue to deal with the fight quickly. Now, there's going to be a certain point where it does start becoming a little bit more ineffective to use it, so we instead opt out of it. I really kind of... In this fight, this is a weird fight, because you really kind of want your party members out of the way. Because if you're trying to do, like, specific combos again... Ooh, that... A little spooky on the health here. Gonna just do a quick heal just for extra safety. Oh, come on. Ouch. Oh, where is it going? What are you doing here, buddy? There we go. Okay. That fight got a little weird, but we're fine. We made it through. No biggie. Now, we're going to do a pretty decent-sized menu here once we rescue some more puppies. I know, it's been a while, but we're going to now come back into Sora's inventory, grab Pumpkinhead, and we're going to grab... Oh, not Brave Warrior. We want Ray of Light, and then we are going to give Donald some abilities, Goofy some abilities... Tornado and Cheer, and then we're going to get rid of some of Peter Pan's abilities. We're going to set Goofy to do some Goofy and Peter Pan to do some specific things in our customized menu. And then we are going to now leave. Peter Pan is going to save Wendy. Oh, so yeah, Riku has Kairi. He abducted question mark her. But her heart is missing. So she's kind of just, like, lifeless. Which is really, actually, kind of sad. But she is one of the 7 princesses of heart. And that is Riku's mission, is to retrieve them all. We have already seen 3 of them. We have seen Alice, Jasmine, and we have seen, now, Kairi. So, we are now going to... well, Riku is now left. He took Kairi and is going to Hollow Bastion. And we're like, ah, dang, that's not good. So we are going to deal with that. But before we deal with that, we got to deal with Captain Hook. And Captain Hook's like, yo, you got to deal with these Heartless. And we're like, okay, we have Simba. So that stone that Leon gave us at the very beginning of the game gives us the ability to summon Simba. And as you can see, by charging up all of his attacks, we are able to just absolutely destroy the majority of these enemies. The pirate ship here being the one exception. We finished him off, and now it is time for our fight against Captain Hook. Captain Hook is a very, very difficult fight casually, but again, we have the ability to use Stop. And then we just keep this loop going. Oh, that was weird. That box kind of got in the way. And then whenever we use a finisher, you'll also be seeing me mash triangle. What that does is that will make our party members a little... I got stuck in a box. That has never happened before. But that was still an incredible fight. He got absolutely destroyed.
And with a never happened before. What more can you ask for?
You really can't ask for more. I got a gold split on that, so that's cool.
Oh, hooray! Love to see it.
You really do.
What else we'd love to see? We'd love to see getting over $350 on the marathon. I just noticed that we are at $333 on the marathon. That is super, super close to $350, chat. And if we get that Cavern of Dreams Hug Luna incentive, we'd be over it. So we've got Showing Shadow and Hugging Shadow again on stream. We've got Hugging Luna tomorrow morning. And we've got getting over $350. Come on, chat. Let's get those donations rolling.
Just saying, if you guys want to, see more of my dog, you got to get your donations in.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So now that we have finished off Captain Hook, we are going to leave Neverland here after Peter Pan gives us another gift. He's going to give us Pumpkinhead as well as the ability to summon Tinkerbell. We will unfortunately not be using the Tinkerbell summon at all throughout the game. But we will be using the Fairy Harp ability, or item that he gave us. We're also going to get Glide, and then we have Guard and Ars Arcanum. Both very, very, very good abilities to have, but they're not going to be of use at all while we go to Atlantica. So we are going to use our warp gummy here, and we are going to head out into Atlantica. This is going to be our first optional world that we will be seeing. For the rest of the world, for most of the game, you've obviously been seeing us do all of the worlds that are required in any percent, Atlantica not being one of them. So now this is going to be a very rarely before seen moment in a marathon. And most people have a lot of not great memories with Atlantica. I will convince you that Atlantica in the speedrun is so much cooler than Atlantica anywhere else. So another thing too, I am a very frequent Kingdom Hearts randomizer player. I play Kingdom Hearts 1 rando, Kingdom Hearts 2 rando, Birth by Sleep, and Chain of Memories randomizer. Atlantica in KH1 Rando is not very fun because of clams, but in this speedrun, it's really great. And the reason for that is because we're actually going to be showing off an out of bounds. We saw us clip through the gate, but we never actually officially went out of bounds. But in, where is Flounder? There he is. In this run, we will actually be going out of bounds, and it is going to be a wonderful time. I really hope I get it, because you get one shot at this out of bounds.
Oh, I hope we get it.
I really, really want to show it off, because it is one of the main reasons why this category is my favorite category. But actually, the main reason why this category is my favorite category is because this just shows off a lot more like unique parts of the run that you wouldn't normally see in any percent, and it's a little bit more chill. And I have found that aside from like 2 games, I'm not really all that competitive for world records. And so I like to be able to pick my more chill categories. So we are now going to be heading off to Triton's Palace. While we do that, I'll explain how the out of bounds works. So when we leave Triton's Palace, we're going to be told to go into Ariel's Grotto. But we're actually going to ignore that quick, because there is going to be a dolphin that we're going to want to go and grab. But we have to be very, very precise with when we grab and let go of the dolphin. That way it will clip us out of bounds in a rock formation. And if we can do that, that will actually not only be really, really cool to be out of bounds, but it actually skips a major headache in this run. Without this out of bounds, this world would be terrible. And so I'm really hoping that we can get this. Not just for the fact that it's cool, but also it does take away a major headache in this run.
Let's go headache skip.
So we're going to first here have King Triton save us, and then he's going to get mad at us. Or not mad at us, but more mad at Ariel. So we're going to leave and now get set up for the out of bounds here. So I'm going to focus for a bit to make sure that I get this. Because like I said, I get one shot. So here we go.
All right. Best of luck.
And we are out of bounds. There we go.
Yay! Woo!
Okay, so now we're out of bounds.
Fantastic.
We're going to come right back in bounds here. We're going to hit this, and it's going to create this little hole. This will now give us a direct route to the sunken ship that we will need to go to later. And that is something that will be absolutely massive for us to have access to. Otherwise, we would have to go to a different area, try and fight enough enemies so our command menu goes blue, and then we ride the dolphin all the way there. But this way, we don't have to worry about any of that. We can just drop down, go into the sunken ship, and continue on with our mission of trying to help Ariel with her desire to want to go visit other worlds without actually revealing to her that we go and visit other worlds. So we're going to grab a couple of items here from Ariel's Grotto. We're going to grab a cottage and a torn page. Both of these items are going to be very, very useful later. All right, and I keep saying all right, and I don't know why. We're just gonna.
I just noticed Donald's new shape, by the way. I just
oh yeah
want to call attention to that.
His icon, or him being a octopus.
Him being and Goofy.
And Goofy's a turtle.
How did I never pay attention to that before?
You know,
wow.
It's perfectly normal. It's a shark.
Hi,
shark. Goodbye,
this
shark.
isn't Finding Nemo.
Well,
it's the wrong movie.
The problem with this shark is it definitely believes fish are food and not friends. He needs a lesson on friendship.
Well, you know what is a friend? Donations towards the charity.
True.
Got one.
Go ahead. This is
all right. I've got one from someone who I don't know and have never met before. $10 from Satan herself, who says, kicking off the train with 2 tickets, donating for theatrical cuts because I want to see what the bouncer's response would be, and hugs because I want to see Luna and Shadow get some love. And that did go towards both the Hug Luna Cavern of Dreams incentive and towards theatrical cuts, which means that right now, extended editions is only $25 in the lead. We're creeping up on it, chat. And that also means that we are only about $7 away from $350 on the whole marathon. So let's see some more donations go towards that Hug Luna incentive. We can absolutely meet it tonight, chat. Only $20 away.
Incredible. Love it. Continue to keep these donations coming in, guys. You guys are doing a great job. I do really, really appreciate all the donations. It's been amazing. This has been a super fun run. I'm really glad I can show off this category. And obviously donating for an incredible cause. That was a good joke, Ursula. Ursula just stole King Triton's trident. Actually, we need to make sure we have Ariel. So King Triton is going to just tell us how to beat Ursula, which is through magic, which is great. Because as a kid, fighting Ursula was terrible. I absolutely despised it. As a speedrun, it's a really funny fight. Ow, that was rude. Excuse me, sir. Please get out of the way. Thank you. So another great reason why we did that clip is, you know, we get to do dolphin skip twice now. So we can just descend down here into the cave. My dog has found something interesting and is now staring out the window. And we're gonna find the shark here. We're gonna have to deal with him. He's being a bully. Come here, buddy. And we can deal with him by stopping him. And we just hit him. And there he goes. We have to deal with him because we do need our command menu once again to be blue. So that way we can examine this. Oh, that's not one that we skip. So Sebastian is going to open this up. And now we are going to set ourselves up for the fight against Ursula. I'm going to grab a few items here. Take those out, and then we're going to get rid of some of Ariel's abilities because they will end up becoming more harmful than they will be good. Oh, I was supposed to take out all 3 elixirs. I won't need to worry about that for Ursula. So we're now going to go deal with Ursula. Ursula, like I said, is a really, really funny fight. We are going to first start off by shooting a bunch of fire into her cauldron. The cauldron will do this magic, like, sound light burst thing. And then we will do a bunch of hits while she is stunned. We're going to defeat her eels, and then we're going to do more magic to take her out. So she's going to first off start off by throwing a magic potion into her cauldron. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we can do a bunch of hits here. We keep the 2 hits because the moment we do a finisher, she will like unstagger, and then we have to keep repeating it. But now that we've hit our damage limit, we can deal with her. This eel is going to go into a little bit of a not great position, but quick combo takes him out. Now we just got to wait for Ursula to stop spinning. And she'll throw another potion. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And that will finish off Ursula.
Nice.
I love, one of the things that I've really come to love about this speed game is just how many moments there are to just deal with bosses in a way that you wouldn't normally think about. So now that we've defeated Ursula, we are going to give Ariel her Spiral Wave ability back, and now we have Mermaid Kick. Mermaid Kick will allow us to swim super fast, in case you haven't noticed this already, just based on the increase in my speed of swimming. Another thing I'm doing quick is presetting an elixir, or the mega elixir, because we're going to need it, because we have to go fight Ursula again, because she has escaped, and she still has King Triton's trident, and we definitely want to make sure that Triton can get that back. So we're going to go into this creepy spooky cave here. This creepy spooky cave will lead us into this open waters, and now that we are here, we're going to charge Ursula and hit her with a stop, and we're going to just do 1, 1, 2, stop, 1, 1, 2, stop, and this is going to be this entire fight. Throw the mega elixir, do another stop. This was another fight that, as a kid, I struggled with. Oh, she's a little too far.
Mm-hmm.
You can stop there. Now I'm just going to keep doing a lot of damage to her to hopefully finish her off quickly. Now we can finish her off, and that's Ursula too. Again, just like that fight, I think was the one I struggled with the most as a kid, because when I was playing this on PS2, you're essentially playing on standard the whole time. And so things become a lot more difficult when you are playing on a difficulty that is higher than beginner. So Triton is also going to give us the spell Thunder, and we are now going to leave, and we have to go seal the keyhole. And what happened was that crystal trident that we found in the ship, by putting that there, that reveals the keyhole, and Triton did not want us to see the keyhole, so he destroyed the trident. But since we have his trident, he can put it back, which then allows us to put the keyhole back and seal it like we had planned on doing the moment we got here. Even though Triton didn't want us to do it because he didn't know that we were going to be sealing the keyhole. And Sora actually even makes a point, like, once Triton tells him to go seal the keyhole, he says that's what we were literally planning on doing from the beginning. So there's a lot that could have been skipped here if Triton would have just had a conversation. So moral of the story is, have a conversation with people. You can actually achieve a lot by just being calm and having a conversation. And now we're going to leave, and we're going to go to Olympus Coliseum. And so now we're going to go back. This is one of the worlds that we could have done way back when we did Wonderland. But we are now here to do this now when we are significantly higher level than we were when we originally got here. We're going to first pivot over here to do a quick Blue Trinity to save more puppies that somehow got shoved in a box and thrown up onto that statue. But it's okay. All of those good boys and girls are safe now. We're going to come over here, push this block. It weighs a ton, and we're going to tell Phil that it weighs a lot, and he's going to make fun of us for being weak because he thinks that we're Hercules when we're not. And now we are going to do the trial to try and qualify for the games, which is how Phil says it in English. But since we are so high leveled, we can qualify by using our gravity spell that just destroys things very quickly.
I'm not sure that's how Phil expected you to qualify.
I mean, I don't know what you mean by that. I'm
normal
sure.
Boy activities, you know? Yeah. Hercules did that in the movie.
You don't remember Hercules using gravity? Like, no. I have vivid memories of the gravity spell being used by Hercules. I just hope that gets
well, I believe you.
I don't think that did. Missed one. Well, we can throw that barrel onto that barrel. And do the same thing here. Because throwing barrels onto other barrels destroys barrels. How many times can you say barrels in one sentence that has to do with barrels? And now Phil is going to give us the other thunder spell. So now our thunder is going to be significantly more powerful. And so now that we have that, we're going to do a quick customize here. We're going to grab Thundara. So each time we get a instance of a spell, it becomes its next version. So we get Thunder, Thundara, Fire, Fyra, Kiraga is like the third version, is an Aga. So now that we have Thundara, and we are fighting enemies that we would normally be fighting an hour earlier into the run, they get destroyed. So we're going to be going through the games real quick. This is another great time for you, Satan, to take over while we are just relaxing and going through the games.
You really want Satan to take over your stream?
Well, I shall.
I'm going to take over to tell you all a little bit more about none other than Go Rescue Pet Adoption Center, who we are donating for in this marathon. No Holidays Allowed 2024 is raising money for Go Rescue, a dog shelter in Hampton, Virginia. Go Rescue works to provide a haven for homeless dogs, giving them the time, care, and love they need to find not just any home, but the right home. That means all of your donations are going towards this fantastic cause, this amazing dog shelter in Virginia that is doing all the work it can to give dogs a better life. And you can donate towards our open incentive for our Cavern of Dreams run tomorrow morning to hug Luna, the antagonist of the game, heal some hearts, and towards the LOTR Rhythm Sprout poll. Right now, Extended Editions is winning, but only by $25. And there's only $20 left on that Hug Luna incentive. That's so close, chat. Let's get some donations in. And remember, if you'd like, I will read your donation in a goofy voice.
You guys definitely want that for your donations.
It's a one-night offer only. It's only tonight. Evening Gang's got a special offer, special deal.
See that? That's why you gotta do it. All right, so now we're gonna fight Cloud. Cloud is here from Final Fantasy VII. So if you're a Final Fantasy VII fan, you can watch Cloud get beat up by a 14-year-old kid with a key sword.
That's what every Final Fantasy VII fan wants to do.
Yep. See, we've already defeated him. Because that ability that we got, Ars Arcanum, that was that ability where my Keyblade started growing. That is a very, very powerful ability. And this is where the part of the reason why we take the staff at the very beginning, because we get the extra magic point. And the more magic points we have in the game, the more powerful our magic becomes. So it doesn't matter, like, your magic stat is your magic points. So you want to have the highest amount of magic points that we can. Because Ars Arcanum is also an ability that goes based off of our magic points. So the higher our magic, the more powerful that ability becomes. Also, Cerberus is down. So in case we wanted to be worried about, like, you know, fighting the Guardian of the Underworld as a 14-year-old kid, nah. No worries, we can just take him out with Stop, because Stop is really powerful. But that's another thing, one of the reasons why we do Olympus Coliseum so late. Because the game doesn't expect us to have Stop when we are doing this world. So we can use it and abuse it. So that's going to be the first part of this world. This world is interesting as well, because this world's progression adds the further you go. And another reason why we wait to do this world now is because we're going to actually be doing a cup. And that cup is going to be the Hercules Cup. In, like, a Jiminy's Journal 100%, you would be going through and doing all of the cups. But since we're doing all worlds and all we have to do is seal the keyhole, we just have to do the Hercules Cup. So we're going to be doing some more fighting. Make sure you guys are continuing to get your donations in, because it is very important that we are continuing to raise money for just this absolutely incredible cause. And we are going to be using Thunders once again to get through all of our enemies. But since we are now in the Hercules Cup and not the preliminaries, the enemies are a lot stronger, and we don't just one-shot them with every single Thunder. So we actually use all of the items that we received prior. We now have those here available that we will want to be using while we are going through here, so that way we can just keep throwing out Thunders quickly to take out enemies, and then we can use, like, the elixirs and such to take out enemies very, very quickly and refill our magic very fast. Oh, I was gonna throw in... Wait. Oh, I did throw the elixir. Good. That was a really weird ending to that fight, but it's fine. No worries whatsoever. Goofy is really excited that we won that round. And we're gonna continue. I'm gonna have to be a little careful with my Thunders because I want to make sure I have at least 3 MP left for seed number 4. Because once we get to seed number 4, we are going to be fighting Cloud one more time. Oh, we'll be fine. Because here's a really, really difficult enemy, the Rare Truffle. We hit him once, and we win. Because he's meant to be like a juggling enemy. For each time you hit him, you get 1 EXP point that stacks all the way up to 100. So by just hitting him once, we get rid of him. Because the moment he lands on the ground, then he no longer... Oh, this is going to be weird. I am definitely not going to get the DM skip that I want. Unless I get really... Nope, there it is. Okay. My timing was a little weird on that second R's, but it's fine. So I cannot hit Cloud at all during this attack. So we're just going to have to, like, dodge it and let it happen. Ow. And once he goes down... Ooh, I'm going to heal again for safety. There we go. Throw another elixir. And now that we finish off Cloud, we have 2 more matches before the final boss of the Hercules Cup. And I bet you can't guess who we're going to be fighting in the Hercules Cup.
Phil? Cloud?
Well, we've already fought
Darkness?
Cloud. You'll have to find out.
I suppose I will have to stick around and find out.
It is.
Just like chat.
Absolutely. And while you guys are sticking around and finding out, you guys should donate.
Absolutely. That would be fantastic. We are only about $7 away from $350 on the marathon. So that would be incredible if I got to announce that. Let's go ahead and do it, chat.
I'm going to throw this ether just to get us ready for the final seed. As the suspense built up for who the final boss of the Hercules Cup will be, I'm very excited to see who the final fight in the Hercules Cup will be.
Final answer, Ursula.
No, it's Hercules!
Oh, I should have known.
I know, right?
Rats.
And Sora decides to be extra Chad-like and says, I want to take him on one-on-one. So we're going to take Hercules on one-on-one. We're going to start off by hitting him with a barrel, and yeah, he's just going to get stop-looped.
Not learning the power of friendship, Sora.
I know, he's going to go on this like whole thing later on where he says his friends are his power, but I don't know how much he believes it, considering he's like, hold on, I want to fight Hercules one-on-one. But Hercules
well, chat,
is
you can show what it means to love your dog companion and to gain strength from them by donating towards Go Rescue.
Do that. Wow, and Hercules didn't even hold back. You didn't even get a chance to do anything, Hercules. You got hit with a barrel and then slapped around. So the biggest reason why we do the Hercules Cup is because we get the Yellow Trinity, which opens the keyhole for Olympus Coliseum. So now that we have that, we are now all set to leave. And we are going to be all done at Olympus Coliseum. I definitely like this version a lot better than Jiminy's Journal because you have to do every single cup and that just takes a long time. And so getting through this, nice and simple. We're going to be starting off here. Oh, I definitely went to the wrong spot. It's fine. Actually, we'll do this. We'll do this. We can do it. It's fine. This order works. So we're going to start off here using this Green Trinity. And this will then give us the access to the item synthesis shop, which we're going to have some really weird interactions with the ladder there. We're not going to do anything with the synth shop. We're actually going to take the puppies that they have in a chest here, and then we're going to leave and go fight the boss. Because there's a boss here in Traverse Town that actually, when we came back here earlier, like right after Deep Jungle, that's when the game wants you to fight this boss that we're about to fight. But now we have gone to Agrabah, we have gone to Halloween Town, we have gone to Atlantica and Neverland, and gathered up a whole lot of experience points that we now get to use for this fight. We're going to use this red trinity here to slap against this board. And we're going to ring this bell. Wait, what? Where did you come from? That's weird.
It's a mystery.
Huh.
That's never happened before.
That's never happened before. He, like, spawned later. But this bell 3 times, which is going to reveal the Traverse Town keyhole. And this will lead us into our boss fight. I actually think this is a really cool way to reveal the keyhole. I actually very much like have fond memories as a kid of coming in here and ringing this bell to reveal the keyhole. And it's like really obvious, you know. I don't know about you, but I can't seem to find the keyhole. Do you see it anywhere?
I don't know. Maybe it's right in front of us.
Yeah.
That could just be wrong.
So we're gonna fight a guard armor again.
I bet that's like, you know how in the Roadrunner cartoons where he'll do a little painting of the tunnel on the side of the road.
Yes.
And then the Roadrunner's supposed to run through it and fall down, but he runs through it instead. I bet that's what that keyhole is.
That's 100% what that has to be.
The question is are we Wile E. Coyote or are we Roadrunner?
We will find out after we fight this boss, which we're getting
right after this.
Really weird RNG with. But it's also like kind of working out, I think.
That's what speedrunning's about. It's about going fast no matter what happens.
I mean, it was an experience, but it worked. Also, weird thing, our command menu is still up, but the game lets us skip the cutscene there. Alright, so now that we have taken out opposite armor, we're going to go back into the first district, and we are going to go and talk to Sid here. Sid is going to give us our next navigation gummy, because we have found 2 pieces to it. One was in Halloween Town, one was in Neverland. That was the gummy that the doorknob had spit out. We found more of them. One of them came out of the clock tower in Neverland, because, you know, that's a thing. Sora's going to have some funky little flashback vision daydream kind of thing. Nothing really too much to worry about, just a lot of talks about light and darkness and light and hearts and all that stuff. All done that was told to Kairi by her grandma, which we've never seen Kairi's grandma since. It's really sad.
Aww.
But we are now going to go, now that Sid has given us a navigation gummy, we're going to actually dip out, we're going to leave. We're actually not going to go to Hollow Bastion just yet. We have to make one more quick pit stop in the other areas of Traverse Town. So we are going to quick stop, and then we are going to grab another summon spell from the Fairy Godmother. We actually did grab the item that gives us the ability to use this spell when we were in Monstro, which feels like forever ago. But this is going to be a really fun spell. It is going to give us the ability to summon Dumbo. And Dumbo actually is a very useful spell, not in combat, but there are actually going to be a few times where we will get to do a few skips with the good old elephant Dumbo. So now we are going to head out to Hollow Bastion. We're going to warp out to Neverland, and then we are going to do another flight to Hollow Bastion. We have our Flare G and our new booster that we got back in Monstro as well. So our gummy ship is schmoovin'. We only have a couple more gummy missions left before we actually finish off this run. The music is going to get a little bit dramatic as we fly through inner space here. But in the meantime, take it away, Satan.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I always will. I want to let chat know about our next event, No Glitches Allowed 11. This event is dedicated to speedruns with very few glitches or without glitches entirely. This includes no major glitches, glitchless, and any other run that doesn't have significant tricks or skips. If you're interested in getting involved or finding out more, make sure to join our Discord and follow us on Blue Sky and Instagram to get updates about future events. So chat, if you have a speedrun you love that doesn't have very many glitches in it or has no glitches at all, No glitches allowed 11 is the place for you. That is going to be coming up sooner than you know it. So go ahead and get on the No Glitches Allowed socials and in the Discord so that you can be caught up on that future event.
You guys definitely want to be a part of that. No Glitches Allowed is one of my favorite marathons, and so you should absolutely be a part of it.
100%. We'd love to see all of you there.
All right, so we have now arrived in Hollow Bastion. Now that we are here in Hollow Bastion, we are going to do a couple of different things. But the first thing we're going to do is, you see those bubbles that are just kind of floating in the air? I know they're kind of random and it doesn't really make sense that they're there. And as a kid, I never knew that this was a thing. But as a speedrunner, it is one of my favorite things to learn. And it is also something that is only shown off in both All Worlds and Jiminy's Journal and other varying categories. But did you know you can freeze the bubbles?
Oh, I did not know that.
Did not know that as a kid, and I have been playing this game since I was like 5 years old. But you can freeze the bubbles. Okay, get off the ledge, Sora. We want to roll over here to activate this cutscene. Alright, so we have now entered this cutscene where we're going to get the longest loading screen in the entire game for some reason. I'm not going to worry about it too much, though. But we're going to say hi to Beast. Beast is going to become our only friend because Riku has stolen our Keyblade, and Donald and Goofy decided to team up with Riku. So we've lost all of our friends except for Beast here. But thankfully, Beast is a good friend, and he's going to help us out. But because also, we don't have our Keyblade, we're reduced to a wooden sword, and the wooden sword does no physical damage whatsoever. So the only time we can do damage is if we use magic. And obviously, as we have seen a lot, we have very limited amounts of magic. So we have to be very, very careful on how we use our magic throughout this run. So we're going to go through here, do a couple of puzzles, because we have to go... The front gate to the castle has been locked, so we kind of have to go out of our way here. I don't know who decided to make this the lock for the castle gate, but whoever did is either a genius or really, really irritating, because this is essentially the key to the castle. I don't know why they don't just have, like, a key or, like, a wheel that you can spin or something. I don't know. But... you know, this is what they settled on, and I guess if it works for them, more power to them. I'm gonna put this up here, and we're gonna activate this little elevator here. Have a couple little hops, and now we're gonna come over here. There's gonna be this defender. We're going to use some gravity on it. Beast is going to yell at him to finish him off. And we're going to hit this little thing. And now that is going to open up the gate for us here. So now we're going to be getting ready for the next fight, which really is we just got to get back over to the front of the gate, and then we'll be able to get ready for the next fight. That next fight is going to be against Riku. We are going to try and literally fight for our Keyblade back. It is going to be a wonderful time. And then, so we can keep going here. We just got to make our way back, so nice and comfortable spinning around here. And don't forget, chat, if we hit this incentive before the end of this run, you will get to see my doggo on screen again. So if you would like to see Shadow show up again for the marathon, please do donate.
Absolutely. If you want to see that dog, go ahead and donate towards that hug incentive. It's only $20 away. Come on, chat. Let's do it.
And now we are back up here. We can make our way to the castle gates that we unlocked through that very convoluted puzzle down in the waterway. And now we get to fight Riku for our Keyblade back. In which Sora walks in and says, "Yo, dog, I don't need the Keyblade. I got a better weapon. My heart. It's become stronger with all the people that I've made. My friends are my power. And then Riku decides to shoot this like magic at him, and Goofy's like, nuh-uh. And now we've got Donald and Goofy as our friends again. I know that that is a very weird way to summarize this, but also we get our Keyblade back, and Riku has this really, like, creepy sword, so, apparently he really didn't need the Keyblade because he has this sword. But, you know, that's whatever. We're going to be using this Ars Arcanum ability, and we really need Goofy to do his ability, where he does a tornado. He tried to do one, but Riku kind of told him no. I'm gonna quick heal, just for extra safety. And Goofy's gonna go do his thing, and we're gonna finish off Riku. And that finishes up that fight. That fight can go very, very poorly. And that was even still, like, on the worst end of RNG, but it ended up being okay. Because, we ended up being able to make use of our R's, which is what we like to do. And now we're going to come over here. It's now time to climb the castle. We want to make sure that we can climb it high so we can go and seal the keyhole here. And this is like Maleficent's base as well, so we can deal with Maleficent at the same time. We're gonna kind of like take out two birds with one stone, you know, continue to seal more keyholes and stop Maleficent, because she wants to take all of the 7 princesses so that way they can go inside the keyhole here, and once they go inside the keyhole here, this world will be consumed by darkness. And I guess they needed that. They need all 7 princesses to expose the keyhole. I don't exactly know how it works, but you know, I don't know. I stopped paying attention to this lore about 3 games in, so. And when you've been speedrunning this game for a while, you don't think about the lore of the game too much. You just, you know, do the things that you're supposed to do. So we're going to be working on activating a door. We have to go and get these emblem pieces. So we're going to do a few different puzzles here just to get these emblem pieces revealed. And so this is another great time that you guys should be getting your donations in, because this organization is cool, and donating to this marathon is cool. So donate if you want to see my dog, and if you want to meet that other incentive, because hugs are great. I love hugs. I'm a big pro. I am a pro hugger, not like a professional hugger. I am for hugs.
I feel like anyone who likes hugs is a professional hugger, in my book.
Fair. That's fair.
Including the protagonist of Cavern of Dreams, so let's go ahead and get that $20 in. We only need $20 more to get that Hug Luna incentive.
Absolutely. And now we're going to throw all these emblem pieces on, and that is going to lead us into our next area. So we are also going to be grabbing another set of puppies, because, you know, we're rescuing puppies. We want to make sure that all of the puppies are saved, so that way we can save, well, not all of the puppies. Man, if I would have thought about this before, I would have learned the all puppies category for this event, because I feel like that would have just fit so well.
Yeah.
But we're going to...
If only... Next time.
Use some gravities on these bad guys here to take them out. And then I definitely did not do the right movement here, but hopefully my party members do what they need to do. I'm going to play this a little careful. Perfect. And we're going to just get this guy in the corner, so that way we can rescue these puppies here. And now that we have rescued these puppies, we're going to land here and activate this elevator to continue our climb throughout the tower. We are getting ready for our next... well, actually, we're coming up on the first of 3 Dumbo skips. We are going to be using Dumbo to skip having to do a whole bunch of platforming. This is something that was discovered way back when this run was being done on PS3. And it's honestly a really, really cool strat. And I do really, really like it, because I think it shows it's a cool skip, but it doesn't, like, it's honestly really, really easy to do at home. So if you don't like doing the convoluted platforming that this area can entail, then, you know, Dumbo skip. Oh, this guy is not behaving. There we go. Normally I would have used an R's for that, but then I wouldn't have had enough magic for the Dumbo skip. So I wanted to make sure that I saved my magic for that. This is all normal ways to use up time while you're riding this elevator. Just smack the wall.
I will remember that for my next elevator ride.
Or stare into Goofy's nose. That's another option.
Another good use of time. Yes.
Another great use of time is donating.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to do this.
So many good.
Trinity here. This is going to give us some magic and a couple more items that are going to be very, very useful later. And now we want to set ourselves up for the first Dumbo skip. This is why I made sure, part of the reason why I go down into that summon menu when I am hitting is just so that way I know that I have Dumbo ready to go, so I don't have to try a menu to get to him later. And that does end up actually kind of making a difference in how quickly we do this. So we're going to come over here, we're going to summon Dumbo. I'm going to take a drink. We're going to ride Dumbo up here, dismiss him, and I'm going to have slightly misplaced positioning, but that's okay. We can just step over here. I have an extra elixir for some reason, so we can grab it here, and we will be good to try it again. Plus, you get to see this adorable summon animation for Dumbo again.
That was adorable.
Get a little closer, and there it is.
Good friend.
So that was Dumbo skip number 1. And now we are going to go and we are going to be fighting Maleficent. Maleficent is, honestly, it was a very difficult fight as a kid. Now it is really simple. A lot can go wrong, so I hope I don't jinx myself. But basically what we are going to be doing is we are going to start off by locking onto her. We're just going to jump onto her platform here and utilize our Ars Arcanum. We're going to do a lot of damage to her. Goofy is going to come in absolutely clutch and do a lot. And then we do one more Rs here to finish. Oh, we got horribly unlucky. That is really unfortunate. I guess I maybe need to do a little bit more damage, but with my aerial hits, but that's fine because I can just do a quick gravity, get her platform down, and we're done. No major things there, just some quick bits of damage, and we're good. And now...
Always good save.
Absolutely. And now Maleficent is going to do the thing that everybody likes to watch Maleficent do, which is turn into a dragon. But there's one thing about this dragon that makes her a little bit more... makes her a little bit less of a problem to fight. And that is Maleficent here is prone to being stopped. So we can keep her in another stop loop. Just like we do with a lot of bosses in this game, actually. Throw our Mega Elixir to refill our MP, and just keep on hitting her with the stop. And she will not be able to move at all. And that was Maleficent as a dragon.
Nice.
You know, a lot.
And it's always good to see that.
Oh, absolutely. And it's so interesting to me, just as like how many strats are just, hey, this boss is supposed to be really hard. Actually, it's just stuck. And now we're gonna go right into our next fight, we're going to actually go and we are going to be fighting Riku again. But this time, Riku has been taken over by Ansem. And you're probably like, wait, who is this Ansem guy? Apparently, he's this really, really powerful Heartless that has been manipulating things from the very, very beginning, all kind of plot twisty and stuff. And so now that he is here, we're going to be fighting him because he has taken control of Riku and he wants to utilize the Princesses of Hearts to, again, consume all of the worlds in darkness, which is definitely not what we want him to do. So we're going to be stopping him. But he has put us in an arena where we're going to have to fight him one-on-one. Also, he has his own Keyblade. We won't worry about that Keyblade, though. He's going to taunt us a bit here, but that's fine. We can just keep bullying him. Well, if I can do this right, I can get him in a loop here. Okay, so what I'm going to try and do, I'm actually going to focus for a bit because I am going to need to try and get him into a loop. And I have to be very, very particular. I dropped a combo. You have to be very particular about your combos for this fight, so that way he doesn't do this, which is what's known as a desperation move, or a DM, as we call it. Being short for desperation move, and that is, wow, I dropped a combo again. That's very unfortunate. Okay, we're fine. But a desperation move is where the boss is at their most powerful. It is their most powerful attack, as well as they are always immune to it. They're always vulnerable during those. So we can do a DM skip against Riku, but unfortunately I dropped a combo, and that is a very difficult DM skip to do with that combo loop, because like you just saw, you drop a combo and you get DM'd. It is what it is. It's, not a big deal. It obviously we didn't die from it, so no complaints whatsoever. So after we defeated Riku, we learned that Kairi's heart is inside of Sora, and Sora, being the noble guy that he is, took Riku's dark Keyblade and stabbed himself with it to release Kairi's heart so that way she could have it back. But in the meantime, turned himself into a Heartless. So here we are as our little Sora Heartless. We are going to go do Heartless things, I guess. In case you were curious as to what Heartless things were. It's just, wandering through the castle, trying to go stop people from escaping. Because, they're trying to escape, and we don't want Donald, Goofy, and Kairi to escape. So we are going to go, and we're going to stop them by jumping over the fountain and entering this cutscene. Now let's see if I get bonkless. If I get bonkless, this run is blessed. Nope, we got double bonked. Well, Donald's gonna bonk us, and in short, Kairi gives us a hug and our heart comes back. I don't know how that works either, but Kairi gives us a hug and we come back. Everybody likes hugs, which is why you should donate for that hug incentive.
Yes, you definitely should. We don't have a ton of time, by the way, chat. We only have, what do we think, about an hour-ish left in this run.
Around that, yeah.
A little bit more. And, I mean, that's definitely enough time to get $20 on that hug incentive so that we can see both the hug and also Shadow once again. But time is going fast, and it's going to go even faster than you think, so come on, chat. We can get a $5 train started. You can tell me all about who your favorite party member in Kingdom Hearts is, or your favorite world that you've seen so far. I don't know what my favorite one is. To be honest, the Pinocchio whale one? That's sticking in my mind for some reason.
That was a really cool world. That one was really cool, actually. So we're going to bust our head through this now, because there's going to be one more set of puppies that we can grab here. And we are going to now hop over. We're going to use this glide. I'm actually doing very particular glide movement here, because this will actually despawn a lot of Heartless. So that way when we get here, we can just use this Trinity. But before we go in here, we're actually going to do a quick little pit detour. We're going to roll over here, and we're going to go give up our Dalmatians. And you'll see them all through the house. This is why, another reason why you should donate. Because look at all these little doggies. all in the house.
Aww.
They're adorable. One of these rooms, when you save enough, has a dog that will follow you around. It's super cute. But
That's adorable.
Because we have saved a bunch of dogs, Pongo and Perdita are going to be very, very thankful, and they are going to give us a gift for it. Actually, they're giving us a lot of gifts. But we got our torn page, so we know that we have enough, and we have all of our torn pages, unless I, for some reason, missed one. But I know I didn't, because I have had my notes up this whole time, because there's a lot of things you have to look at, and trying to make sure that you have everything is very, very important. So I'm going to go back.
Shout out to speedrun notes. So important.
I am a huge, like, there's some people who are like, I don't want to do a run if I don't memorize my notes. And I'm like, don't do that. Like, just use notes. There's no shame in that.
There isn't. I speedrun Plants vs. Zombies myself. The only reason I get through that run is because of my plant selection notes.
Yeah. Exactly.
Highly recommend.
Mm-hmm. And like, I can't imagine doing like certain runs without notes. Like this one. Even like my any % is like menu notes. Like I want to make sure I have everything that I need to be able to succeed. Does that mean might not have the fastest menus? Sure, whatever, but it's fine. I'd rather have.
Yeah, I mean everybody should speedrun the way they want to speedrun.
Yeah.
Notes or not.
I mean,
all is well.
If you don't want to use notes, fine, you can go without notes. I might call you crazy, but you know, more power to you. Welcome to 100 Acre Wood, our final optional world, and also one of the biggest reasons why a lot of people actually don't like all worlds, because we're going to be starting. There's a lot of auto scrollers in this world, which is kind of a bummer, but also you get to see Pooh Bear, and Pooh Bear's kind of amazing. He's great. And while you guys are doing all of, watching these auto scrollers, you should donate so that way we can continue to have more amazing content in the marathon.
Yeah, did I mention before that Hug Luna incentive adds 5 minutes to the Game of Dreams run tomorrow? That means we would get more No Holidays Allowed.
See? More marathon.
And more marathon. And as a reminder, this is our last No Holidays Allowed for the foreseeable future from No Glitches Allowed. That does not mean that No Glitches Allowed does not have more amazing events like Complete-a-thon and No Glitches Allowed for everybody to participate in, but this is going to be our final No Holidays Allowed. So let's send it off with a big hurrah and make sure we can get as much marathon as possible.
So now we are here. Basically what we're kind of doing in this is we are trying to help Pooh find all of his friends. A lot of them have gone missing because the pages were torn out of the book, and so we have to be able to help Pooh. But first, like we always have to do, we have to help Pooh get some money. Honey, not money. Pooh doesn't need money, he just needs honey. But he's going to be doing that by riding a balloon up, and he is going to be trying to grab it out of these holes. But we don't want Pooh to stop. It really doesn't matter what we do. So it's actually really kind of fun to just watch Pooh like fly up, have the beast get angry, and pop his balloon a bunch. And actually, while Pooh does that, while this minigame is going on, I'm going to quick step away just to get some water, because it is about like 3 minutes of doing that. So Satan, you can go ahead and plug a lot of things while I go get some more water, because my throat is quite dry. So, take it away.
No problem. Yeah, absolutely. I love talking. That is why I am here. And what I'm going to talk about right now is how you can donate to No Holidays Allowed. If you're looking to donate, make sure to type !donate in chat to get the link to our Tiltify page where you can make a direct donation. We have amazing incentives and bid wars for you to choose from, so make sure to get those donations in to help them get met. We also have a QR code displayed during breaks and runs without camera that can be scanned using phones for easy access to the donation link. And of course, right now we do have a run with a camera on, but if you want to stick around till after that run and use that QR code, you absolutely can. And I want to do a double quick reminder to chat about both of those incentives and polls that we've got open. We've got an incentive open to hug Luna, who is the antagonist of the Cavern of Dreams game that we've got going on tomorrow morning. It would be such a great present to the runner to have them wake up and be able to see that their incentive was met. There's $20 on that incentive, just $20 more, chat. So any donation really helps us get there. And at the same time, you can put your donation fully towards both a target and a poll in Tiltify. And our other poll, well, our only poll, but our poll is for the Rhythm Sprout run tomorrow morning. That is an amazing rhythm game, and there is a bouncer in that game who is really into Lord of the Rings. So that bouncer will ask the protagonist, have you seen Lord of the Rings? And there are 3 possible options you can give. One of them being no, another being yes, theatrical cuts, and another one being yes, extended editions. And right now, extended editions is in the lead, but only by $25. That's not that much, chat. You can get theatrical cuts over that with just about $25. So chat, go ahead and make your voice heard. Donate towards those incentives and polls, and let's get over that $350 threshold. We are so close to that. And as a reminder, Zojalyx has offered as a bonus, if we reach that Cavern of Dreams Hug Luna incentive, then we are going to get to see his dog Shadow again. And that would be absolutely fantastic. So let's get that met tonight while we can still get that extra bonus. Thank you all so much for being here at No Holidays Allowed 2024. It is absolutely incredible to be here with you all. I really want to read your donations out, and once again, as a reminder, I'll read them in a goofy voice if you want me to. And I really want to know, what is your favorite world in Kingdom Hearts? What's your favorite thing about this game? Did you play it as a kid, or are you just watching it for the first time now? I'd absolutely love to hear your thoughts. Also, maybe we have a little Donald versus Goofy donation? Donation war? Who's your favorite? Are you a Donald Duck fan, or are you part of the Goof Troop? Go ahead and get your donations in.
I think part of me has to be biased towards the towards Donald because of the fact that Donald kind of heals you, and without Donald, you don't really live most of the time. So
that's important. I think living, that's up there. I can see that.
Yeah. All right, so now that we have finished the first auto-scroller, we're going to go and we're going to figure out what Pooh Bear is up to. And apparently he is trying to get more honey from Rabbit. So, but he is telling Rabbit, he is at Rabbit's house, and somebody in there is saying nobody's home. But, you know, Pooh doesn't really know who this nobody is. So we'll see if maybe we can help Pooh find this nobody. But he's going to climb in, and he's going to discover that nobody was Rabbit the whole time. But he still doesn't know where nobody is. And also,
Zojalyx, I think we have something to read, by the way, whenever you want to pass it over to me.
Oh, there's something to read? What could that be?
Yeah, what could that possibly be? I have no idea. Well, it's $10 from none other than Zojalyx.
What?
And they say, thanks for letting me run. Extended editions for the win and more hugs. And that did indeed go to the Hug Luna Cavern of Dreams incentives and to extended editions for the LOTR poll. So that means we are only $10 away from the Cavern of Dreams run. And remember, chat, if we can get that during this run, we'll get a dog back on screen. So let's do it. Go ahead and donate using !donate. Let's get those $10 in to meet that Hug Luna Cavern of Dreams incentive met. And if you're just coming into the stream, welcome in to No Holidays Allowed 2024. Right now, we are in this incredible Kingdom Hearts Final Mix All Worlds run, and we are raising money for Go Rescue Pet Adoption Center.
Amazing. So unfortunately, Pooh Bear has gotten him stuck in the hole to get to Rabbit's house because he ate too much honey. So we are going to try and make some carrot top juice to slim him down. But there is one problem with the carrot top juice, is carrots are very squishy. And who else would love to jump on squishy carrots but Tigger? So we're going to have to play another minigame where we stop Tigger from jumping on carrots. And Owl here is going to explain to us how we do this. So, yeah, this is a fun little minigame. Owl is just going to also start jumping on carrots because, you know, when we definitely need to not have people jump on carrots, he's going to jump on carrots. So, we just have to get through this minigame here, which is basically another auto-scroller. I'm going to actually play this minigame because it is actually kind of entertaining to watch. It's more entertaining to watch the minigame than it is to watch Pooh Bear get owned by bees. So, we are going to do this minigame, and we're going to try and see how big of a score we can get. But we have this rush command that will allow us to get to the carrots, and then we just, you know, stop Tigger. And we get to listen to Tigger laugh, because he's having a blast. He's having a fun time.
Absolutely he is. And we're having a blast too at No Holidays Allowed 2024. And I'd be having even more of a blast if we got those $10. We only need $10, chat, to make that Hug Luna incentive for tomorrow morning's Cavern of Dreams run.
And for $10 more, I will show off my dog on stream again. Because especially for you raiders, you did not get to see my dog earlier when we hit a previous incentive.
Right.
So if you want to see my dog, $10 more. And also, hi Etchy, thank you so much for the good luck. It is so cool to see you here.
Yes, hello. Thank you for joining into this stream. And yeah, that's right. If Zojalyx has offered a double incentive for just tonight, which is if we get that Hug Luna incentive, we'll get Shadow the dog back on the stream camera as well.
Oh, I forgot I had the Japanese voices on for a second. Because Tigger still laughs in English, but then he talks in Japanese, so it's a little bit weird.
Yep. Slightly jarring.
Slightly jarring. And now, how do we get Pooh Bear unstuck? We just shoulder bash him like we're playing football. Send him flying out the hole.
That's hilarious.
And Pooh Bear found more honey.
Who would have ever thought that Kingdom Hearts would have had a sense of humor?
You know, the moment that Tetsuya Nomura meets with a Disney executive in an elevator and pitches this game, you know something great is going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so now we're at torn page number 3. There are 5 torn pages total. And first, there's going to be a little Eeyore floating down the river. And we need to make sure that we go and we help him. Because, you know, Eeyore, he's stuck. He can't get himself unstuck. And Pooh Bear is just very much wanting to help his friend. So we're going to make sure that we can help out Pooh Bear. Or help out Eeyore while he floats down the river. But he also Eeyore kind of just looks very peaceful too, so it's like, do we really want to disturb him? And the answer to that question is yes, because he can't get out! So, we're going to do this just by running over here, jumping over the bridge, and now we get Eeyore taken care of. But the problem is, Eeyore doesn't have his tail. Eeyore's tail is gone. Also, in case anybody was wondering about, like, you know, the fate of the world and Ansem, Bringer of Darkness and all of that, we'll get to that in a little bit. We have to help out our friends here.
We have to pal around in the Disney worlds for a while. It's just required.
We have to make sure that we help Pooh Bear find his friends. Mm-hmm. It is very important.
Of equal importance to darkness consuming the world and also Xehanort and such.
Xehanort's not around yet.
I know.
We don't know the name. We don't know who that guy is. Alright, so we are currently locked on to Pooh Bear because he follows us while we're locked on to him. But we have to take him on this very specific path because if we don't, he'll eat these pots of honey and he will get stuck there for a long time.
That's not good.
So we want to make sure that we can get Pooh Bear to where he needs to be, which is the top of this hill. Because the best way to look for a tiny little tail is to get a higher view. And now that Pooh Bear is here, we're going to use this swing to get even higher. And also, Eeyore built himself a nice little house down there. I don't know if you see it, but he made himself a little house out of sticks. It's really cute. It won't... No, I'm sure nothing will happen to it. But
no.
Owl is now teaching us how to use the swing. We are going to be pressing the R1 button to swing. And then once Owl puts his wings up in the air, then we will have to swing again. So it's going to be real fun. And like I said, just a great time of swinging with Pooh to look for Eeyore's tail. And I know that nothing bad will happen to Eeyore's house. Nothing bad at all.
Ever.
Pooh! You landed on Eeyore's house. But look! We found Eeyore's tail!
Yay! All's well that ends well.
Exactly. It only cost Eeyore's house. That sounded even more ridiculous than I thought it would. I love it.
Kingdom Hearts! Everybody, Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah, honestly, yeah, that's the best way to describe it, is just Kingdom Hearts. Alright, so now Owl is going to feel very proud of himself for that. And now that we have finished this, we have upgraded our stop spell. And now we are going to move into our next area. We only have 2 more torn pages left. This one, we're going to go and we're going to do some bouncing around with Tigger. Tigger is a big pro bouncer. He loves bouncing. You know, big surprise that Tigger loves bouncing. This is his favorite bouncing spot. So, we're going to learn how to bounce. And Owl is going to teach us how to bounce. Yes, the flying owl is going to teach us how to bounce. But Rue actually is smart to tell him that actually you don't bounce. So you can't actually teach how to bounce. So we're going to learn how to bounce. And we're going to have to do kind of this fun little puzzle where we're going to like watch Tigger's pattern. He's going to do his thing. And then once he does his thing, then we have to copy it. So it can be a little difficult because sometimes it is a little tricky. So I'm going to kind of focus while I'm doing this. But you are still more than free to read off any donations or anything that come in.
Absolutely. Well, I'd love to read some donos, so people, let's get those in. We still only have $10 to go until that Hug Luna incentive for Cavern of Dreams tomorrow morning is met. That is so close. So go ahead and type !donate in chat to donate. And if you haven't heard about who we are donating to, what is the fantastic cause that we're benefiting, we are benefiting Go Rescue Pet Adoption Center here at No Holidays Allowed. No Holidays Allowed 2024 is raising money for Go Rescue, a dog shelter in Hampton, Virginia. Go Rescue works to provide a haven for homeless dogs, giving them the time, care, and love they need to find not just any home, but the right home. And if you want to hear a little bit more about how it came to be, this amazing rescue, in 2011, a local woman named Georgia Obanos lost her home, and her only focus became how to prevent her family dogs from going back to animal control. Starting out with just an empty shell of a building, Go Rescue soon became not just a place for her current rescues, but a shelter that has grown to rescue over 2,000 dogs to date with no signs of slowing down. So Go Rescue is a fantastic cause that helps dogs find new homes and a new life. And as dog lovers here at No Holidays Allowed, we are absolutely thrilled to be here benefiting Go Rescue Pet Adoption Center. Every donations goes to an incredible cause that is doing great work out there.
So we're currently doing... Oh my gosh, I got that in one shot. Okay. Wow.
Let's go.
That was crazy. I don't think I've ever actually gotten that in one shot before. That was awesome. So, yeah, we were supposed to hit that nut, and the higher you hit the nut, the more points you get. And once you get 20 points, then you do it. Well, we got it in one hit, so that ended up being the fastest that I've ever done that. That was crazy. I was kind of, as you can tell, very blown away. So now we move into our
Let's go.
final Torn page. This is actually the one, too, where we get probably the most amount of variances within timing. So we're going to have to be very careful with this because we have to go on a final friend hunt because Pooh and all of his friends were hanging out together and then they all got separated. So now we need to try and find all of Pooh's friends again. One final friend hunt to finish off our journey here in the 100-Acre Wood. And this is a time that can be really weird because we have to bring Pooh to every single one of his friends in order to kind of calm them down. So this ends up being like a really weird spot. But we're first going to start off by finding Eeyore. Eeyore's chilling. Was looking to build this house, but also doesn't think about the fact that he could just live here. And Sora kind of gets the idea that this place already kind of feels like a house, so we're just going to bring everybody back here. And this is going to be kind of the checkpoint for everybody. So now we go on our final friend hunt, and we go to look for Pooh Bear's friends. We're going to be starting off, I'm going to try and lock on to, try and get to Rabbit here. So now we've got Rabbit. And the order that we're going to get them in is Rabbit, Tigger, Owl, Piglet, Roo. So, now that we have Rabbit there, we're going to take Pooh, bring him over to this flower. Oh, bring him over to the flower. Because this flower is going to get picked up by butterflies. And this is just, again, too cute of a moment. You know, like, in a speedrun, a lot of people don't really like the 100-Acre Wood. But honestly, like, as a kid, I do have a lot of fond memories of messing around in here. We're going to hit this beehive with a fire. So that way Pooh can get across. But we're going to stop quick and talk to Tigger. And while Pooh is actually going across to where he needs to be, you can actually, I don't know if you can hear it, but I can hear him pitter-pattering across. Oh, he's getting stuck. Uh-oh. Pooh! No, Pooh, come back! There he goes. Here he comes. It's really cute to watch him walk.
Yeah, this is such a nice, like, nostalgic romp. I really like it.
And he's gonna come over here to the flower. Gonna wait for Owl to land right around here. Maybe. Oh no, Owl is going to be a little difficult, but it's fine. I should still be able to... Oh, no, we're going to get distracted by Piglet first, but that's fine.
I don't blame ya. Piglet is very distracting. Cute little guy.
Actually, I'm going to change my route just slightly.
Ooh, on the fly.
Just based off of how I remember how this goes, because we have to bring Pooh down here. And Piglet's gonna trip over. Or actually, maybe we don't. Oh, there's Pooh. Okay, come on, Pooh. We're gonna go get Roo quick. And we get Roo by casting gravity on him to pull him down.
Gravity's back.
Because, you know, why not? And now we just have to go get Owl, and all of our friends will be back together. We're gonna pull Pooh back to the flowers here. Oh, Pooh. Come to the flower. Thanks, buddy. Good job, Pooh. And watching him fly up, too, is also just super wholesome.
Do 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 do.
Chat, I would absolutely love to see some jam emotes. Can I see chat's favorite jam emotes? Let's keep it going.
Okay, Pooh's going on top. He's fine. Ooh. He's fine. Pooh scared me for a second.
Fantastic.
He's being adventurous.
No, we need him to be predictable and normal.
Whee! Now he's gonna come back over here. See if I can get this second try. Nope. There's a way where if you like swing your Keyblade at like the exact moment, you can actually get Sora on top and kind of like slide around up top. It's really cool, but it's very weird to get. Okay, now we're just gonna talk to Owl.
Oh, that little raccoon or adjacent jam emote in chat. That's exactly the vibe.
That's incredible. And that finishes
I feel
up...
so chill. I'm not ready for when the run becomes not chill again.
I'm about to say, this finishes up the final optional world. We seal the keyhole, get this adorable cover. I'll let you listen to the cute little chimes.
Sweet. Well, that was so kind and peaceful and wholesome. Surely nothing can go wrong now.
Nope. Why would anything go wrong now?
I'm not comfortable with the amount of timer there's left on that timer for something to maybe go wrong.
What do you mean?
Too much. There's a little bit too much there. The game's not going to end.
I mean, it's not... Well, now that we're done, you know, playing with friends, and we're going to go and talk to Sid again, so that way he can put the new navigation gummy back on our ship. And then, now we're going to go back and deal with the impending doom and darkness and stuff. You know, in case you forgot that we were dealing with, you know...
I don't love the impending doom and darkness and stuff.
So... We have 2 more gummy missions, because for some reason, to go back to Hollow Bastion, the game locks us out of flying there the way we normally would, by warping. But we have a new warp hole that we will be able to take, which will take us on another fun journey through inner space, to where we can actually go and do a really fun little skip thing that was actually discovered by accident by Spike Vegeta during a Proud run. So, Spike Vegeta was doing this gummy mission. He was on a great pace, lost control of the gummy mission, and ended up, unfortunately, dying. He died at a very specific point, though. And when he died at that point, when he went back to the world map, thinking he was going to have to do this entire gummy mission again, the game let him just warp to Hollow Bastion. After a little bit of exploration and discovery, we then found out that once you pass a specific point in the gummy mission, you can just quit out as if you had died, and it'll let you warp, thus skipping half the gummy mission.
Whoa. That's cool. Nice.
And it's there.
I love Discovered by Accident strats. It's one of my favorites.
And for some reason, Spike Vegeta is really good at that in this game. So we're gonna hit select world once we hit here, and now we can just warp back. Now we are back at Hollow Bastion, because after we defeated Riku as Ansem, he actually didn't we didn't seal the keyhole because we kind of became a Heartless and ran away. So now we're back to seal the keyhole. Oh, and I already messed up because I need to... We're going to have Donald set this one out, and we're going to have Beast join us. We're going to grab that elixir, and then we're going to do a bunch of menuing here. We're going to take Oathkeeper. We're going to grab Leaf Bracer for Sora. Beast is going to get rid of his Ferocious Lunge, get some extra crits. And then Goofy is going to get Second Chance, MP Rage, MP Gift. Donald is going to get Cheer and Leaf Bracer. And then we are going to customize Gravity onto our preset. Oh, and also that seashell necklace thingy that Kyrie made for us, it's now a Keyblade. And that is the Keyblade that is going to carry us through to the end of the game. It is called Oathkeeper. And it is a... At first I thought the name was kind of cheesy, and then I thought about actually how kind of cute it is, because it actually is a promise that Sora makes to Kyrie, that he is going to give her that lucky charm back. Because that is her lucky charm. So we're going to come here, we're going to spawn a Heartless, and we're going to summon Dumbo again, because it is time for Dumbo Skip version 2.
Alright, I am ready.
So what this allows us to do is by taking Dumbo up here, and then once again dismissing him, we're now up here, and we can skip going all the way through the library, going back around, and with this very specific glide, we're now right here, no more enemies despawned, we're right back up this elevator.
Very cool.
It is a really, I love a lot of these strats in this game. They're very unique. And now we have...
Yeah, no, they're really unexpected. I've been enjoying learning a lot of these little things.
Now we have Beast's Chin.
To Beast's Chin, yay.
There's Beast's Chin. I know you guys didn't ask for Beast's Chin, but there's Beast's Chin.
I'm not complaining. You know what?
He has a nice chin.
Indeed. Oh, chin up, chat. You know you want to see it.
Wait, more of Beast's Chin? Chat wants
Again?
more of Beast's Chin? What about
more?
What about if we get like an awkward angle of Goofy's? Oh, there we go.
Oh,
look at that.
Beautiful.
Oh, yeah, Goofy, you never looked better, my friend. Absolutely flawless.
I love just no face here.
No.
Just those shapes.
Just nose.
It's so beautiful.
Such a goofy game, and I love it so much. So oddly enough, I've done a lot more Kingdom Hearts speedruns than people actually have thought that I've done. I think I've run every single main console game, so I've except for Chain of Memories, but I've ran 1, 2, 3, and Birth by Sleep. And the tech demo for Kingdom Hearts 3, 0.2 of Birth by Sleep, a Fragmentary Passage. Also, here's Dumbo Skip.
Oh my
again.
god, that's so many words.
And out of all of them that I have done, this one has easily been my favorite, because these strats are they're so unique and so different, and it's just super fun to just kind of see like how it all comes together for the run. And it's just super fun. Every part of this run I genuinely enjoy doing. Even the 100 Acre Wood, that's a lot of auto-scrollers. And a run that's 3.5 hours long, it is nice to have it just as a break to be able to relax a little bit and just get ready for whatever the rest of the run. Well, just to kind of take like one final breath before you get into the final dash to the end of the run. Because once we
this is a super long run also.
Yeah.
So it makes sense.
I have become very pro break in speedrunning. I used to try and do like 4-hour runs without a bathroom break, and that was just dumb.
Yeah, it's good to take care of yourself, chat. That is the lesson that I think we should impart the most. Take care of yourself, and take care of those around you.
Yes. Oh, we're gonna... Oh, I probably shouldn't have jumped there, because I could have rode this, but... So this is the Behemoth. He's a very weird boss. His horn is the only spot that we can do damage onto him. I got stuck there in a way that was, like, helpful. And also, the ability that we gave Goofy that I talked about called MP Gift. What it is it is this ability that Goofy, when he gets really low on MP, will actually give us some. Or when we get really low on MP, Goofy gives us magic. So that way, our magic always becomes better. and we can continue to, that way we are constantly having magic, and the more magic we have, the more we can use our Ars Arcanum. So now that we have defeated Behemoth, we're going to see Leon, Aerith, and Yuffie. They're going to come here. They're going to tell us that this was the world that they lived in before Ansem, before it got covered with bad stuff and Heartless. And we are going to seal this keyhole, and then we're going to move on to the final world, the end of the world. And basically, our Final Fantasy squad is just telling us that once we defeat Ansem, the worlds will go back to normal, and we will never be able to see them again. Very sad. And this is a weird... so, I cannot skip this cutscene because it is an unskippable cutscene that I cannot skip because it is unskippable.
It's so true.
Shoutouts to Biscuit047, who said that during Missmaster 1's level 1 run of this at SGDQ 2019. Because that's been a bit forever, and it's wonderful. So this is an unskippable cutscene that makes no sense why it's here. But again, it's kind of another nice final chill moment. This is kind of like the final. Whenever I'm doing any percent, like I always make sure to go and like take a bio break and grab like a quick like can of sparkling water or something, just so that way I am all ready. Because from here on out, we're approaching like the final 30 minutes of the run. And so we are going to be going from here into a dead sprint to the end of the game.
All right, that means, chat, that we do not have a whole lot of time left in the marathon for the night. And you know what that means. This is your final stretch to getting that hug incentive met. There's only $10 left on that incentive. And remember, if we get those $10, we also get Zojalyx's I need to sleep. Dog Shadow back on the stream. So come on, chat, let's do it. Let's go to donate to Go Rescue and get those hugs on the stream.
Absolutely. So we are now gonna equip Omega Arts. This will give us a little bit more strength as we approach the final parts of the game here. We have our final gummy mission. And in case like this dark foreboding circle in the background wasn't like a showing that we're getting close to like the badness, well, I raise you a giant purple flame surrounded by black. That's terrifying. And if this doesn't tell you, hey,
oh dear,
this is bad. I don't know what does.
It does tell me this is bad. I actually think so. Yes.
Also, fun little shout out that I just realized. This is actually, in the couple of years I've been running this game, this is actually the first marathon I have shown this game off at.
Oh, wonderful.
So I'm very excited to be able to show off my favorite category and show off just this run in general for my first ever time running this game in a marathon.
That's awesome.
I've done Kingdom Hearts 2 Randomizer a couple of times for marathons. Oh, and also, if you guys have been playing this game as a kid, and you really like this game, and you really want to keep playing this game, but maybe you're like, I don't know if I want to do the speed run, but I do want to enjoy this game more. Kingdom Hearts 1 just hit official support for Archipelago. So, on the Archipelago website, you can play both Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2. And with
that is exciting.
More Kingdom Hearts games being worked on as well. There are an incredible amount of Archipelago options for Kingdom Hearts, and it's amazing. So these are Invisibles. They are a Heartless that are unique to the end of the world. They are very, very strong. They do a lot of damage, and as you can see, they have a lot of health. And so, yes, we are playing on beginner mode, but because we haven't been doing a lot of fighting in between, we are actually, our risk of dying is very reasonable. Like, it is actually very possible for us to, unfortunately, perish. But we will try and do everything in our power to make sure that we do not do that. And Invisibles are going to be the biggest threat for that risk. And these are Angel Stars. These are other Heartless that are unique to the end of the world. But thankfully, we're going to be using our gravity spell a lot as we start off fights. And the reasoning for that is not just because gravity pulls enemies down, but it also does more damage based on the more health that the enemy has. So if an enemy is at full health, gravity will do a lot more damage. And again, like we had talked about before, once you have the more magic points that Sora has, the stronger the magic abilities are. And that includes gravity. So the more magic that we have, the stronger gravity becomes. And you'll see it here. You can just see on this behemoth, his health just gets absolutely destroyed. And we continue to... Oh, I overdid my gravities because I was supposed to save some, and he knocked me off. That's okay. We're just going to do some ground combos here to stun him. Okay. It actually ended up working out pretty well, because I should be able to either... I can finish him off. Cool. Nice.
Well done.
And that's that behemoth. And so now we are going to make our way to our next boss, which is Chernobog. If you've watched Fantasia, which I don't think a lot of people have, I think I've watched Fantasia like twice. But Chernobog is going to be a... Oh, no, I put that in the wrong thing. So we're going to put the Omega Arts back on. There we go. Okay. Chernobog is a giant devil-type creature inside of a volcano. And we're going to fight him. But first we have to get through this area with a lot of portals. If you're familiar with an any percent run, you're probably thinking, oh, so we'll stop at the Olympus Coliseum and the Atlantica portals. Well, since we are doing all worlds, we actually don't have to stop at those portals, because the way that this game works is for any world that you have completed, their flame turns purple and you don't have to clear it out. But for any other run, if you were doing it this way and you haven't cleared out these keyholes or sealed the keyholes, then you would have to do a bunch of fighting. But thanks to the fact that this is all worlds and we have sealed all the keyholes, we skip some other fights that we would have to do normally. But this green portal is the 100 Acre Wood portal. We do have to stop in here, but that's okay. It's a good stop anyways, because there is a Mega Elixir in here that we can pick up. And the more elixirs and Mega Elixirs that we have, the more comfortable we will feel going into the final boss. And now we have to get through the Hollow Bastion portal, which we will get through by throwing a bunch of gravities on the ground, because the Invisibles are going to show up and try and do their thing. But the more damage we do to them, the less we have to worry about... Oh, they're kind of spreading out. I just really do not want them to DM. Goofy with the clutch tornado. No DM from them. Fight number 1 going well. We have 2 more Invisibles that we do have to take out. And then we will head out to Chernobog. Alright, so Chernobog is going to be a very RNG-dependent fight. We're going to be using our arrow spell, which we got when we sealed the keyhole in Traverse Town. The way that this spell works is it surrounds us in wind and increases our defense. So we are going to start doing a bunch of damage, and we pop the arrow, just so that way we have some extra safety. And then we just hope and pray that Donald and Goofy stay all healed up, so that way Goofy keeps doing his tornadoes. And then just every little so often, I'm going to be reapplying the arrow, so that way we continue to be in the best shape possible. Because Chernobog will do this attack, and there's not really a lot that we can do unless we predict it and go outside. But that's, you know, slow. So we just kind of throw on the arrow and we tank the attack. We're actually getting really good RNG right now. This is kind of wild. Like, that was hands down the best RNG I have ever gotten in that fight.
Wow.
And now we get our final shared ability, Super Glide. So we're going to go ahead and equip that. Because now, in areas that the game doesn't let us fly, we now have the ability to glide as quickly as possible. Also going to grab our Mega Elixir here. Okay, make sure that's preset on top. It is. Okay, so now we're going to be getting into Final Rest, a major gauntlet of fights, so I'm going to be in complete focus mode until I know that we are good to go. I will need, like, actual focus for this, so unfortunately cannot turn it over for more donations.
No worries. We'll just let chat have some time to get them in.
Goofy, please. Give me oh, okay. Goofy, can you please give me magic, buddy? No? Part 1. We're going to be fighting like a massive wave of enemies. So it's going to be like wave after wave after wave after wave. It is going to be really, really fast. And really kind of scary.
You got this. I believe in you.
Oh my gosh, huge. Mac, come on. Come on. Okay. Thank you for giving me magic there. Okay, we have 1 DM. I really want to try and push this invisible back. I like my position, but we're gonna go for it. Okay, so now we've taken out those waves. We hope that we haven't mismenued it all, and then we just let Simba carry us through. So I'm hoping that this will work. I'm a little nervous based on where I'm standing, but we will find out. Okay, we're going pretty good so far. That should be good enough. And we made it through. Okay, that's huge.
Yay!
Yeah, so once Simba comes out, as long as I'm starting to get those, we're fine. But I'm always, like, so nervous that it isn't going to go well that I'm just, like, absolutely terrified the whole time. So now we're going to do...
Thank goodness it did.
One more menu. I am kind of lacking on Raven's Claw over Ray of Light. Goofy gets Raven's Claw. Or no, gets Raven's Ray of Light. And then... Air Combo Plus and MP Rage. Goofy needs to get rid of his Tornado for this fight. And get MP Rage... Oh, MP Haste for him as well. We're going to step on the save point. And now, we're going to now go into our final fights. We just have to do a final boss rush to the end of the run. And once we get that final boss rush, then that will... Well, it's going to be a ways before time yet. So I'm not like saying get ready on time. I'm not finishing 20 minutes under estimate. But...
That would be amazing to do that live here.
I am...
Ah, well.
I'm having a really good run, though. I won't deny that.
Ooh.
So we are going to now begin our fight against Ansem number 1.
Okay.
So to start off with Ansem 1, he's going to throw these discs, and we're going to get hit by 1, which is going to be a little unfortunate, especially since we got hit by 2, because we want to try and shove Ansem into the corner. That's kind of where Ansem is gonna... Oh my goodness, he behaved. That's incredible. Ooh. Because as long as he stays in the corner here, we can just continue to do damage to him. I'm gonna heal quick for safety.
I love the voice acting.
I know the Japanese voice acting is really funny.
Yeah, it's really, really good.
Donald coming in kind of cool with that gravity. Won't deny that. Health low, kind of spooky. Okay, we're good. Dodge that attack, because if we get submitted, things get real scary. Should just be one more hit. That finishes off Ansem 1. That fight is very chaotic, and actually on beginner, it is the most inconsistent. On every other category, well, actually on standard, it's pretty inconsistent as well. But on Proud, oops, I didn't even activate, like, give that to him. On Proud and level 1, it is very consistent for a lot of reasons that are not relevant to this round, so I'm not going to really talk about it too much. Well, I'm not going to talk about it at all, because I'm trying to focus on getting through these other fights. So, after we fight this dark side, we are going to have to deal with Ansem again. Big shocker. But the Ansem that we are going to be dealing with, we can actually do a couple of DM skips. And so we're going to be trying to get these DM skips. And there's 2 of them that we can get. So I'm going to be very focused to make sure that I get them during this fight.
All right. Let's all give Zojalyx your energy. Let's do it.
Okay, that worked out really well. I'm going to set up for DM skip number 1. Oh, I was slightly mistimed. Okay, that's okay. I'm going to wait for him to do another attack here. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Okay. We got the second DM skip, so we got 1.
Nice.
Didn't get both, but we got 1, so we'll take it. Okay. So now we are going to go into Ansem 3. Ansem 3 is a lot more RNG heavy than Ansem 2 is. We are going to be starting off by doing just some arrows, and then we are going to be just kind of hoping that Ansem does what he's supposed to do, which is just, you know, keep doing that attack that he's doing, because you can see I can do a lot of damage against him for free. And you'll notice during this, I am specifically not doing any finishers. That is purely because the animation on finishers, when you don't land, takes a long amount of time and is not worth it for the amount of damage that you do. So we just try and make sure that we don't do any finishers and just keep putting all of this damage on. Okay, that's Ansem 3. Position ourselves right here. We're going to roll into this cutscene, because if we roll here... Oh, I didn't quite get it. But we can actually skip that cutscene that I just skipped. Is like saves like maybe a second. So it's really not like it's a big deal. But, you know, anytime save is always good to have.
We're going fast. That's the point.
Exactly. We take all the time save we can get, and we're gonna fight these shadows here.
The shadows, I thought that we wanted to hug the shadow.
We do
AKA your dog's shadow.
We do want to hug the shadow. My goodest boy.
We do. Goodest boy, we are only $10 away from that, which you will get to see Shadow the dog once again on stream. If you donate those $10 towards that Hug Luna incentive, more hugs. So many good hugs.
Can you ever have too many hugs?
No.
Actually, I shouldn't say that. I already know that my number one love language is physical touch, so I already know I'm very unnecessarily biased towards hugs.
Unnecessarily?
Well, maybe. I don't know. It's my love language, so I can't really say it's unnecessary.
Fair enough.
Now we have to take out more dark balls. And thankfully, dark balls are very weak. But they're like really weak in terms of health and stuff. But they do a lot of damage, so we can still have to kind of be a little careful. Okay, but I can just use an R's here, and this will take out a bunch of them. Goofy is going to actually give me magic this time. Grab that. I'm going to keep hitting this, so that way it keeps, like, building up more and more and more and more and more. Nice, we're gonna get another gold split. Gonna give Goofy a quick little heal here while we fight this giant face. Reapply my heals there. Once again, making sure that I'm not doing finishers. Okay, this is going to be an interesting way that I have to deal with these invisibles because I'm very lacking on magic for this. So we'll see what happens. I'm just going to wait for them to get close. Throw out 2 gravities. Throw out an... Oh, we're going to be fine, I guess? Throw out an... Oh, I guess I'm going to heal. Okay, I'm going to get 1 DM, which is fine. Where is he? There he is. Oh, I totally could have thrown a regular elixir, but no biggie. I can still save my mega elixir then for Ansem 4. Alright, so we're gonna fight this, this next, we're gonna finish off Ansem's base, his little funky castle thing, because it has whatever this is as its main core. And we just do a few little hits towards it, and we take it out.
Well done. Whenever you're ready, I have something to jump in with.
Go for it.
Wonderful. I've got $10 from Illegally Sam, who says, simply, dog.
Love it.
And that donation did indeed go towards that Hug Luna Cavern of Dreams incentive, meaning we met that incentive goal for that run tomorrow. Congratulations, chat. Thank you so much for helping us reach that incentive. That also means we get to see Shadow once again. And that $10 also went towards extended editions for Lord of the Rings, so that option is now in a hefty lead at $55 versus theatrical cuts $10. But chat, if you are more of a fan of the theatrical cuts, or really just have no idea what Lord of the Rings even is, you can donate towards those other options on the poll as well, because that is for Rhythm Sprout, which isn't until tomorrow morning as well. So you've got some time.
All right, so time is going to be coming up here really, really soon.
GG.
Let's go. Okay. So, remember when I said I was having a really, really good run?
Yeah, no, I remember what you said your PB time was to me.
So I just PB'd by 5.5 minutes.
That was incredible.
I was not ready to PB by that much in this run.
That was really fantastic.
Like,
excellent job.
Cow. That was actually an incredible... Like, I knew I had a lot of time saved throughout this run, but, like, that actually kind of blows my mind to get that big of a PB.
Excellent work.
So, yeah, that was Kingdom Hearts Final Mix, All Worlds Beginner. Thank you guys so much for letting me watch, or letting me run this. I'm going to go grab my dog real quick, because thank you guys so much for grabbing all of those donations.
Please do, while we celebrate that incredible PB!
Right back.
Huge congrats! Oh my gosh!
Alright. Like, oh boy. Okay, let me get my headset back on here so I can hear Satan. Here he is! Oh! There's our good boy. This is Shadow, if you didn't know him before. He is my bestest boy. He loves cuddles.
So
he loves
sweet.
to play. He loves to eat. He loves his mama and his dad. He is a good boy. We got him.
He's so cute.
For those who don't know, we got him as a rescue, so this marathon means a lot. Oh, hi. Okay, hey, buddy. Hey. Hey, I'll let you go real quick. Hey, okay. Oh, there you go. You just need to get comfortable. Okay. We got him as a rescue. He had his tail amputated, and his previous home had to give him up, but it allowed us to take him home. And we love him so much. He is the bestest boy ever. And he does not want to be in my lap right now. All right, buddy. We'll let you go. Goodbye. But yeah, I want to give a couple shout-outs quick to huge shout-outs to the Kingdom Hearts community, specifically Miss Master 1, Violin, Ninten, Rebel Dragon 95, Pestilist, J-Hobbs, Spike Vegeta, all incredible people. And just this absolutely amazing community of runners. And this game is super fun. I absolutely love speedrunning this video game, and I plan on continuing to do so for a long time. Shout outs to the rest of the Lord of the Rings community. Shout outs to my multi-world friends named, that is just summarized as Bone Club because of Pokemon. That's an inside joke that I'm not going to explain. But anyways, if you guys do enjoy Kingdom Hearts speedruns or community-based speedrunning, I will say, give me a follow on Twitch, because that's always kind of my focus, is wanting to do more things that are community-focused. Like I'm planning on doing monthly archipelagos with my streaming community, so if you want to be a part of those, please do follow me on Twitch, and so you can be a part of it. Continue to donate towards this marathon, because this was an absolutely incredible marathon. I am so thankful to be a part of it and to be a closer for a day. Absolutely honored. And I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of the marathon.
Thank you so much for being here. This was a fantastic closer for our Friday. And GG's once again on the PB live on stage. That was an amazing showing of this run. Thank you so much